Hi, guys. Welcome to the Geek Show with the awesome Rico Stan and me, Chattanooga Ed, and we are going to get geeky.
The awesome Ed.
Well, I don't know about that, but we proved the geekiness right off. I was trying not to laugh every time Rico does the meows. It makes me laugh so hard.
It just fits.
I have to suck it in.
It just fits. It looks like you should have a cat or somebody just going meow, 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 and then that's it. And you don't say anything about it. That's your intro.
If we could get Nick, he has the whole back to us today. All we get to see is his back. Oh well.
Kitty.
Maybe he'll spin.
Real quick before we jump into highs and all that kind of stuff, I did see that Michael A. Hi there, or Michaela, as people say, Michael A. Asked about the brine shrimp hatchery from Bulk Reef Supply. You know what? I didn't even know they had one, so I went to look at it, and it's a very simple one, and looks like Michael actually used it. It doesn't have anything to it. It's just I don't know. I don't know how it works.
Is it one of those circle ones?
Yeah.
You want to share the screen?
Yeah.
Do I have to click something when you do this?
Yeah, you will. You'll have to just add it here as soon as I share it out. Just like adding a person to the. Okay.
There we go. And you can see my nieces hiding behind a car for a second.
Oh, were they there?
Yeah. They're in that picture. So the shrimp all swim to the middle because that's where the light's coming in. And that's where you can catch them. It's very much like the San Francisco Bay one that's red. From what it looks like.
$25. Oh, and there's even a video on it. $24 hours. Huh. It might be a good backup. I'm just looking through to see if there's any real information here.
I think it really depends on if you just want to feed like 1 or 2 tanks versus a whole lot of tanks.
Yeah.
Because it produces a small amount. At least the San Francisco Bay one does.
$20 more, and you get the the Zis for most places for about $45,
which produces bajillions.
Yeah, that's what I have there. Huh. Well, but I did like what Michael said there. He said he wanted to take a look at it because they supported Fish Fam Christmas. So I love that. They were really good. They shipped out their prizes like super quick. So, one more real quick thank you to Bulk Reef Supply for that. All right. That's not too geeky, but I thought we'd I saw that message and thought that was good.
What's the cheapest RO system that Bulk Reef Supply sells?
I think it's the one they gave us, which was $225 or something. Well, I still got it open. Let's look.
I need an RO system, but I want to get the cheapest possible one I can afford.
It's pretty sure you want the cheapest one. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
And I still have to buy one. Regina Phalanges won the second one of these.
Oh, awesome. Where did she win it?
I still have to buy it. She won that on Alex's stream. It was the one that I said that I'd buy myself.
Yep.
Because of all the issues and stuff. And it looks like a 4-stage Value Plus is their cheapest. Here, you want me to share it again?
Sure.
Oh, let me get rid of that. So $259 right here, 4-stage Value Plus 75. What is that? Gallons per day? GPD? What is GPD?
Gallons per, I guess, day. I don't know. You wouldn't think you'd run it for a nonstop day. No, I don't.
Whole bunch of cool people in the chat. I see Peplin and Snoochie Booch and Lady Metalhead. I mean, just so many, all the awesome people. How many people are in here, Ed?
And the Yellowstone. We have 26 of the coolest people watching us on a Monday afternoon. We haven't done one of our shows for about a month. We took the Christmas off, and then last week I didn't feel good, and maybe the week before Rico didn't feel good. We just been trading off the sicknesses.
Yeah, everybody's saying it is gallons per day.
Oh,
so there you go. This is the cheapest one they sell, and this is what they did give us for Fish Fam Christmas, and this is what I will be buying for Regina too. I still haven't bought it yet. I told her it probably would be, by the time it actually gets to her with shipping and everything, it'll probably be mid-February. But there you go.
Well, congratulations, Regina. That's pretty cool. Mr. Gates is in the house.
Pasiwi got one. And then Fishymon won their heater and Wi-Fi controller, Inkbird controller.
And I saw that video.
Yes. All right.
You know, Fishy I wanted to watch. I saw another. Somebody else made a video. I think it was it Austin who made a video for his gifts that he got. Or, you know, he won a $100 gift card. Somebody won a $100 gift card from the co-op and then did a box opening of
it. John Oliver did one.
Oh, it was John Oliver.
There's been a few, and somebody told me even that they did one, and I didn't see it. I must not be subscribed or been unsubscribed. That's the one, Dee Dee. The one that we were looking at is the one they donated. In fact, it's here. I'll put it back up there one more time. Bex made one. John Oliver made one. Here, let me put this back up there. Dee Dee was interested. If you would.
Please, I'm sorry. I'm just waiting for you to pop it. Okay, now everybody will have a second where you might see my nieces peeking around one of the Cadillacs.
Didn't see her.
Oh, well.
Damn it. I was looking. That's the one, Dee Dee. That's the one they gave us. And that's the one that I will, like I said, that's the one I'll buy as well for Regina. And I still have, a Skipper did one too. That's right. Yep, I saw Skippers. See, there's been a lot of them, and I know I'm missing people too. What was I going to say? Everybody should have been contacted at least by now, or most people should have their prizes from the Fish Fam Christmas, except for the people who won my gift package, because I haven't been able to do it. I owe 4 people a shirt and a $35 Amazon gift card and this thing. I got to get one of those for Regina. So that's all still coming. If you happen to have won something and you still haven't heard from me or from whoever, please email me and let me know. I believe just about everybody is all sorted out except for those 5 people that I owe. I think Flip has even gotten back to people too. Rob.
I'm wearing Flip's shirt.
I saw that. All right, let's get rid of this.
He's the flippiest.
Let's get rid of this.
Well, I've got a question that I'm supposed to talk to you about. For what?
You got to check your email.
Oh my gosh, I'm so bad with that.
I know you are. You suck at it.
From Bunny Viper?
Yes.
Do you know what it says?
I don't. She's probably just going to ask you what you want. You'll have to send her over like a picture, or if you've got a specific fish in mind, or tell her what type of fish if you don't have a specific one you'd like drawn.
Okay.
That was very cool at Degenerate too. Degenerate.
It was.
Degenerate gave the prize to Ed, which was original art from Bunny Viper. But then Bunny Viper said, "Well, that was very cool of you," and she turned around and said, "I'll draw one for you both." So you both got one. So that was just cool from both of those people. Very cool. So maybe if you just see her, maybe tell her, I don't know if she does Facebook or Instagram, if that's easier for you. But
I don't know.
She did send you an email.
I will bust open the emails and look for it. I think I have over 100,000 unread emails. So it gets hard.
Well, maybe just draw a line in the sand and say these ones are gone and delete them all, and then you won't have to worry about them. And tell people, if you send me an email before this date, I never read it. You have to resend it. That way you can start fresh.
Yeah.
That's why I like Gmail too, because Gmail does such a better job with spam. Yahoo spam filters just aren't very good. You get a lot of spam. Matt said, Monster Fish Gal, yep, I saw that. She did an unboxing with the shirt. Matt gave away one of my shirts on my channel in one of the streams.
Awesome.
That was pretty cool of him to do. And but the video, I thought I saw Lori in here. Isn't Lori in here? I think she's in here. I thought I saw her. The video made me very uncomfortable because it's my shirt and it's just, she gets very, very close on my shirt, on my face. So basically it's just my face for a long time. And so you're just sitting there staring at my face. Well, I have to do the video. It just made me very.
I love it.
It made me rethink my shirt. That's how.
I will. Can I tell you, to be honest, I thought I had grabbed your shirt today when I put this one on because they're both gray.
Yeah.
And it was Flip, and it's like, well, I'll wear Flip.
That's a good one too, though.
Well, thank you. But yep, that's just crazy. But yeah, thank you everybody for coming in and hanging out with us this afternoon.
We will get around to the geeky stuff, right?
Yes, eventually. But right now, it's so much more fun to hang out with Rico.
Like you said, it's been a while. I have a question for people in the chat. And there's Diego. What's going on, Diego? And Dee Dee and everybody else. Gina French. We didn't say hi, and it always feels weird to me not say hi.
I'm sorry, guys. Hi, everybody that came, because you guys are all cool. Even Monster Fish Gal is the last person I can see that was on here. In ATC.
And that's Beck's husband, Aviator.
Oh, okay.
I see that, Lori. I did get your email, and I will jump on that as soon as we're done with the stream today and get that sorted out. Thank you for your patience, Miss. So I wanted to ask the chat, because I know you're not a big plant guy, and I'm talking about house plants, not
Did you see the house plant I bought yesterday?
No.
Oh my gosh! It looks.
You made a video of a house plant?
No, I had it on Bob Taylor's. Oh no, I didn't show it on Bob Taylor's show because of.
I didn't watch anything.
Okay, well, I sent a picture to Lisa, but you probably don't watch all of Lisa's text messages either. I'll just show you guys. I mean, I could run and get it, but it would require me coming or going all the way upstairs. It looks like a giant. What? Oh gosh. Java fern Olivia. Oh man, Olivia.
Ludwigia.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it right.
W.
Ludwigia. How does that sound weird? Luigia.
But it starts with a W.
I can't say it.
Waligia. Yeah.
I think I've had that before, and I had a hard time growing it. The guy in the back looks like he's had quite a few different plants ingested.
There he is. Little did he know he was going to be on the Geek Show. But
you showed it before the stream.
Oh,
Skipper said.
Well, there you go. But you see how each one of the bottoms look like a little fan? The lace? Lace will who cares? But yeah,
I think that starts with an F, doesn't it? Like it's almost like foghorn or something like that.
No, it starts with W.
We need to know.
Here,
we need to know.
Go to the co-op, and you go to co-op plants because he's.
Oh, you meant. Is it the same name as the aquarium plant?
No, it's called a bird nest plant.
Oh,
because it has a perfect spot in the middle for birds to sleep, make their nests. It's really weird, but it grows out like this, like a bowl, and so birds make their nests in the middle.
Very cool. Staghorn, Windowlove.
Windowlove.
Actually, Sharpie said that earlier.
Oh well, You see, I probably didn't
Wunda
understand
love.
Sharpie because he has the really good European accent or English accent.
Oh, he types with a British accent.
Yes, he prays it. Wonderful.
Hello, governor.
Hello, Wonderful. I don't know.
He's going, stop.
I hate these guys. Thank you, Sharpie, for being here. You're awesome.
In my defense, my son-in-law often makes fun of how I say dollar, so I'm allowed to do that. And he's British, so I'm allowed to make fun of it.
What?
Because he always goes,
you should say
dollar.
Well, and he says that you should say pound.
Although, see, when he gets here every year, it takes him a little bit, sort of, his accent's a little bit stronger, and it sort of fades as he's here for the 90 days. You know what I mean? It's just how it is. You're used to talking around all these different people, right? Well, last year when he got here, they stopped at Burger King on the way home from the airport, and he was trying to tell the lady that he wanted a Whopper meal, and he kept saying it. He's just like, my wife said he was saying it perfectly clear. She understood him, but he was saying Whopper and Whopper, and the girl did not understand what he was saying. My daughter had to order for him because she couldn't understand his English accent. It's not even that strong. It was crazy.
It hurts for me to admit this, but there are a lot of people that have no idea what I'm saying here. When I make orders and stuff in the South, they have no clue. Yesterday, now this wasn't a Southern person with a real thick Southern accent that didn't understand what I was saying, but I wanted $10 on Powerball. I said, and she was from India, and she had her really thick accent, and I didn't know a word she was saying. We kept talking to each other.
Oh.
And so she gave me a scratcher jumbo scratcher. How is this Powerball? but I just gave her the $10, and I haven't done a scratcher since I was in college, and hopefully this will be the last one I do.
So you didn't win?
No, but the most I could win was only $300,000, and Powerball's $300 million.
Is it up there now?
Yeah,
I don't pay attention. I don't ever play.
I figure I gotta play once in a blue moon so I can be dreaming.
Yeah, we do, like when it gets up there, we do play. We'll buy a few tickets or something. Or if, like my wife's work, they'll all go in together and, buy tickets as a group, so there's a whole bunch of them pitching in. But go ahead.
I really want a car that just drives me to the conventions. I want to be able to lay back in the back seat and take a nap and wake up in Tennessee. In Tennessee. I wake up every day in Tennessee. I could do that in my truck in the driveway. Yeah. But wake up in Texas or in Chicago or that would be cool. But then I was like, if I won $300 million, I could just hire somebody to drive. Yeah. And then I could buy them a ticket to the show, and maybe they'd get into fish. You never know. Bless you, buddy.
You could get Robert to drive you, and then you already know he's into fish and pay him.
Well, but that would be kind of mean.
Yeah, but it's Robert. You're okay. It's okay to be mean to him.
I don't know. I was thinking I could get like a bus.
Matt said, step one, enable memberships. That's your route to riches.
I don't.
Can't talk today.
I don't know about riches, but yeah.
I am so just out of it. I've been for going on a month almost. I just cannot seem to get any energy. I'm going to go to the doctors and just see what's going on. I just can't. I just want to sleep all the time, and I just don't feel good. I don't feel bad. I don't feel sick. That's the thing. I don't feel sick. I'm just so tired all the time.
Maybe you are filled with tapeworms.
Maybe.
They're eating all your
fat.
Food for you.
I'm awfully fat for tapeworms.
Well, they aren't eating your fat. They're just eating your energy. Your food.
But there's no. They're not. They're taking away all my protein, so I don't get any protein, and I would start losing weight. That would be a good thing. Maybe I want to.
Maybe you're not fat at all. You're just all muscles, and you don't realize it.
No.
When's the last time you changed your shirt?
like half an
Oh.
hour ago.
Speaking of, that shirt you wore last Friday on your stream, you did a live stream on Friday or Thursday?
What shirt was I wearing?
It looked like Deadpool, but he had two little things here, so I was wondering if it was.
Oh, it is Deadpool. It's a Deadpool hoodie. Yeah, it's a Deadpool
hoodie.
hoodie.
Those are strings, I bet, then.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I wonder if it's Ant-Man, because it looks like he has antennas.
No, just a Deadpool hoodie. Hey, Skipper pooped on the stream. There you go, Skipper.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate your poop. I really appreciate it because I can't smell it, because I'm a puker.
Oh, back to what I wanted to ask the chat. Even though, where did you get your plant?
Oh, well, and this makes me feel bad because Diego asked me to go to the reptile show out in I think South Carolina or somewhere. But
did Bob go to that one?
No, none of us went because it's like 7-hour drive.
Okay.
And I don't really like reptiles that much. But Bob asked if I'd like to go with him to Atlanta, and that's like just a 2-hour drive and back. So I went with Bob to the reptile show in Atlanta, and I basically go knowing I'm just going to be buying food, and I'm going to enjoy trying to eat some good food.
Yeah.
And they had 2 really cool food trucks at the place, and I was going to get it on my way out, and it closed at, I think, 6 o'clock was when they closed. The food trucks shut down at 5:30. I walk out and I'm like, "What? You guys shut down?" He's like, "Yeah, we shut down a half hour ago." It's like, "Yeah, but the show shuts down now." Oh well.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens to you quite often, though. You shouldn't put off the food. You should make it more of a priority, I think.
Well, but I want to see the show.
Sure.
I did buy one of their $2 waters. It's a small bottle of water for $2. And I said, I'll be back at the end of the show. And I said that to the guy. Oh, well.
He should have told you then. Oh, well, we close early. Maybe they weren't selling enough and they decided to take off.
Well, and then I went to the one right next door, and they're like, "Oh, we just gave away our last hot dog." And I was like, "That's all right. I just want a sweet tea." Or not a sweet tea. They made homemade lemonades, and they said, "Oh, we also gave our last homemade lemonade away." Because they were just like, I guess they were just like saying, everybody wants free food. And they just emptied out their truck to go home. But it's like, I think I try to make the money off of all the exiting people. Oh, well.
Yeah. So you bought your plant from there too?
That's where I bought the plant.
Okay.
And it's funny because that girl lives in Nashville.
You could have saved some time.
Yeah, she goes to all the different reptile shows selling these plants.
And Jeremy's on it already. Hertz Gardens, which sounds like something fake. It sounds like Hertz Donuts spelled differently. That's what I was going to ask the chat because I didn't think you were really into houseplants. Where do people get their houseplants from? What's a good place to buy houseplants from? Online. I want to have
bought 3 houseplants this year. No, not this year. I've only bought 1 houseplant this year. I bought 2 last year.
I'm starting to fill up the room with them. You know, I brought in one of my wife's snake plants. Now this plant right here.
I have 1 plant in here right now.
That plant, the day my wife was born, her grandma bought one of those. And this is all, we have them all over the house, and it's cuttings from all of them. What kind of
this plant in here?
Is that the not the Monstera? What is that?
That's one of the 2 elephant ears.
The elephant ears. That's right.
I planted the other one, stuck it in the fish tank. But this is the one that I found yesterday because it rolled under the table. There's no windows in this room.
Yeah, I get a lot of sunlight. It's very overcast today, but
I bought an Anubias for this plant or this tank up here, which will be filling up this week. Pretty exciting. Nico, you're so cute. Nico's fur is so incredibly soft. He feels like a bunny rabbit. I'm so lucky to have a bunny rabbit fur cat.
Okay, so I pulled up this Hertz Gardens. I will take a look at that. I want to save this. I talked to Lisa because Lisa from KG Tropical. She's big into plants, and she said Lowe's is where she gets a lot of hers from. But,
I love Lowe's.
But I don't
go
want
to
to
Lowe's
drive
quite
anywhere.
a bit and take photos of their plants.
I want to.
I also bought an orchid last year from Lowe's. I love orchids. They're really cool.
I have one over here. You can't see it.
Do you feed it an ice cube?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like once a week. Like once a week. Although once in a while I do just dribble a little bit of fish water in there. Just a little bit because just that extra food, from the fish water. But I do have a monstera here up behind my head. And, the snake plant, like I was saying, this thing is pretty old because it was the day my wife was born. Grandma bought it. And now it's all over the United States because she kept making cuttings of it, not cuttings, but splitting it off, and we've got about 10 of them all over the house, bigger than this one. This is one of the small ones. You can see.
Your grandma's like Johnny Appleseed.
Yeah, she was.
What type of plants is it?
It's called a snake plant or mother-in-law's tongue. Most people call them snake plants.
Yeah, grandma snake plant.
Grandma snake plant.
It's better than grandma snake tongue.
But it's a cool story. I think that she kept it alive all those years, and then when we moved up here from Arizona, she gave us most of them. She only kept one of them, so we have them all over the house. They're probably the most easy plant to take care of. I mean, they're almost like a succulent. They really deal well with not a lot of water and stuff. Eduardo gets his orchids from private orchid guy and wife, local.
Wow. So he doesn't let anybody know about him.
And Jeremy, who said the Hertz Garden, and other people said Hertz was good. Philodendron giganteum, 3-foot leaves. Wow, very cool. Susie Q, Lori said. Lowe's and Home Depot. There's
Gina
Kenny.
Kenny,
just leave. Kenny, go away. I don't want to talk to you, Kenny. Get out of here.
Oh, poor Kenny.
Kenny, get out of here. So not only did his Vikings come back and destroy the Bears, but then he beat me in fantasy football for the championship as well. So, Kenny, I don't want to talk to you. Be gone,
poor
evil
Kenny. One. That's not nice. What if that's Danny this whole time?
It said, what up? I said it. It said, what up, fish people? He said, what up, fish people? That's Kenny. And he knows I'm joking. I'm glad the football season is over with. I got mine from funerals. They're always handing out flowers and plants at funerals. Whip.
I get a lot that way, too.
House plants and tropical. Yeah, I'm going to take a look at this Hertz. And anybody have any? Did I miss any other suggestions for buying? Again, I want to have them shipped. I don't know what's going on with my mouse here. My chat is doing weird stuff.
I've had a cactus since college that I finally threw away last year. It finally died. It grew to about 9 foot tall. Well,
wow.
Not 9 foot, 8 foot tall.
Still, that's not
almost to the ceiling, and then it turned brown and died.
It didn't like the ceiling.
I guess
you can't see it, but right here, there's an aloe vera. I think it was
some humidity here
that we brought from Arizona. It's a tiny little cutting of an aloe vera that we still have alive.
Yeah, aloe vera, I think that might be our oldest plant in the house because my mom's had one my whole life. I don't know where she got it.
Thunder Aquatics said they got theirs from Facebook Marketplace, Home Depot, a lot of different places. There is some places around us, but this time of the year, they mostly shut down. Cemeteries, nobody is protecting them.
The dirty deer eat all the flowers at the cemetery.
The dirty deers?
Yeah, my family cemetery in Council Bluffs. There's like this big pack of deer, and they're all like watching the funeral, and they wait till the people leave, and then they run over and eat the flowers. It's like a gang of deers.
eBay and Amazon, Jennifer Weaver said. Gina said Etsy or Hertz Garden. Oh, I go on Etsy for Hertz Garden. Oh, they do both there. Do they sell on? I did look on Etsy today too, but all right. Well, that's enough of the plant stuff. I just was curious what people were doing. I really want to. I want to get some more hanging stuff. I have this thing here. This is empty. It's just hanging from the pothos that's higher up. So I want to put something nice in that and actually hang it. I got another hanging plant up here. There's a spider plant. There's one of the babies. It's hanging, and I want to put some more hanging plants around, and I'm cleaning up an area over here by the windows. These are east-facing windows, so they get a lot of good sunlight in the mornings. I'm going to just really jungle it up in here. It's going to just be like a mass of green everywhere, stuff hanging all over the place.
That's good, because oxygen is great.
Can't keep plants alive, Nola says. I always had a green thumb. Before I got into computers really heavy, well, I've always was into computers. Even in the 70s, we had our first computer at home in the mid 70s. But before I super got into it for a living and everything, that was my hobby, was taking care of it. Was taking care of plants and stuff. All right, so enough about plants. How about some geeky stuff? You have not done Disney Plus yet, right?
I have not. And I was actually talking to my mom about it yesterday. I was telling her that I wanted to get it. And she said that she would like me to get it because she would like to watch a lot of that stuff too. So
I would share my account with you, but we've already shared it out to everybody that we can. There's like 6 people you can share it with, and it's already all filled.
Who are the people that you've shared with?
My son, my son-in-law.
They're probably both more important than me.
Actually, my daughter-in-law's sister, which I didn't even know about. There was a name on there, and I'm like, "Who's that?" She was the last person. I was like, "Who is that? Who's?" You know, and
well, I'm thinking that you need to report her.
No, the son-in-law. I guess my son asked, and Jeremy, get a goldfish plant. One of the next ones I want to get. Flowers look like goldfish without fins. And they bloom often from what I'm not a big flower guy. You know, I don't really care for flowering stuff.
I like flowers. I respect them.
I mean, it's cool, but
I take a lot of pictures of my flowers outside during the spring and summer. I put them on Instagram.
That's not right, Eduardo. It's now $90 a month. What? No, it's like $9. Maybe that's what you meant. Okay, he retracted. Okay, $9 a month. Did it go up? I thought it was $7.99. We're locked in. I think we get it through Verizon, actually, as part of the Verizon thing. I got a package deal on that. Stuff all over the place here.
Well, I love Boba Fett, so if Whip thinks it's worth it,
$90 a year. Oh, for yeah, I think we're still paying $7.99, which that's still $90 a year.
Blackie offered me one of his numbers, or his number to share with me, and I was like, I would do it, but since he's on the other side of the world, they might question it.
They don't. My son-in-law uses our Netflix in the UK all the time. He uses a VPN, so maybe that's part of it. But he also logs in over there to our Netflix.
I just didn't want.
And he gets his version of Netflix. So sometimes he uses it with a VPN, sometimes he doesn't, and there's no problem. I remember something in your yard, Paul, but I don't remember. I remember you digging up a plant, and I don't remember what it was. Oh, we have a huge greenhouse chain thing named Dan, pronounced Don Shantz. They supply a lot to the other garden supply places. Fishyman.
Look at these creepy statues. I was thinking about buying one. They weighed so much, though. I bet they were 45 pounds a piece.
Jesus. Least. So not really for the aquarium, but more
I think it's for your snake things. For snakes to crawl around.
Oh, gotcha.
But they were really heavy. I'm taking a side shot.
So Boba Fett comes out every Wednesday. And so there's 2 episodes so far, and it is good. It is very good. I'm enjoying it. Ugh, that one in the
There's like
back. I
a
don't like
baby
that one. That's
frog.
the worst one. That's
They
the worst
actually
one.
they had a Buddha with a baby head, and then the head was cut off, and you could see its brain, like the top of its head.
Okay.
And so Buddha, a big fat guy with a baby face and a brain. I didn't want to take pictures of everything he had because I don't know. I should have.
That's gross. And that reminds me of when I was a kid, not a kid, but I was like, I don't know. I was in high school, and me and my friend Jimmy Sullivan, were riding bikes, and Jimmy fell. He was turning a corner, and the wheels went out from underneath him on some sand, and he hit his head on a rock, a real round rock. So, he didn't really get hurt or anything. But that night, I had a dream that he fell into a canal, one of the deeper canals. So a lot of times in the canals, there's just a couple feet of water running through them at the most, but they're probably 20 foot deep, but there's just a little bit at the bottom. And I had a dream that he fell down into the canal and cracked his head open so we could see his brain, and he got his brain in the canal water. And then he got up and he started talking and saying weird stuff, and then rode off on his bike. It was a very weird dream. It stuck with me all these years. So Boba Fett's good. I keep trying to get back to the geeky stuff. Boba Fett's good. I like it. I still have not watched The Eternals, but I did watch Ghostbusters the other night.
Oh, that was so good.
I liked it. I like it a lot. It was good. It was really good. It was a lot darker than the originals. It wasn't near as much comedy, not near as much. You know what I mean? It just felt darker.
Well,
it felt more serious. What's that?
I think it's because of the change of times.
Yeah.
I think if they would have went out with the slapstick comedy that the original one had, it would have fallen on its face.
I agree.
Like the all-girl team one.
I agree with you. And I did like the all-girls one too, but this one was better, I thought, and I really did like it. There you go. Sandy's saying she'll share her Disney Plus with you.
That's awesome. I won't type it in chat, though.
Yeah, don't do that. Spider-Man. Yes, I watched Spider-Man.
Does Cat Hair Crafts make things out of her cat hair?
I don't think so.
I've seen people that do.
That's Sandy Remiker.
Well, does Sandy make things out of her cat hair?
I mean, did you think she made things out of sand before? Sandy? No. All right. That didn't work. That didn't land. I could see on your face you're confused. She says no. She says no. Are you disappointed?
No. I mean, I didn't really want anything made from cat hair, but I just thought it'd be interesting to know somebody that can make stuff from fur and stuff.
I bet you there's a lot of stuff made out there from cat hair. The all-girl Ghostbusters? Yeah. Remember with Melissa McCarthy and Kate, what's her name? Kate McKinnon?
Ashley and Kate. Wait, I don't think that's Ashley and Kate. I think it's...
Not Kate McKinnon?
No, I think it's... Oh, gosh.
Kelly Foreman. Would you like a shipment of cat hair? I've got you covered.
No, I got plenty. And I don't even want to make anything with my cat hair.
I bet you there is a lot of things out there made with different types of, yeah. And Sandy says there are people that do.
I walk around with a big sweep broom every other week through my basement area where I live. And it's all hardwood floors. And I get like a ball of fur like this. And it's almost all yellow. So it's just almost all for my mom's cat. And it's like, how does this cat shed this much? And he only lives with me like half the time.
Yeah.
He spends his nights with me. Because, he likes to be with my mom and dad during the day.
Isn't that like an Air Supply song? You
spend your nights with me.
Only the nights are better. Something like that.
Da, 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 da.
I think I was just doing Sailing Away by Christopher Cross.
Come sail away. Come sail away.
That's
Come
Sticks.
sail away with me.
We
I
have
know.
3 dogs
I've
that
seen Sticks in real life.
I
was
did
at the
too. I
show.
took a walk and there was a whole bunch of them just piled up there.
Oh, man.
So we have 3 dogs that shed a lot and the cat. So yes, I understand about that.
Well,
And I have a rug in here. It's hardwood floors, but I have a rug in here, and I have to constantly. Our vacuum doesn't really pick it up. We don't have an expensive vacuum. Although my son wanted one for Christmas. My son got a vacuum cleaner for Christmas. That's what he wanted. The youngest, he's 20, and he wanted a vacuum cleaner for Christmas. And we have hardwood floors. So, anyways,
I hope you don't catch him like Kenny Danikin.
No, please don't. Don't even go there. I don't know. Kenny, I think, left. Probably made him mad.
I gave
He's a sore winner.
I threw him an invite to come up and retort, but I bet you he's at work.
Oh, yeah, probably. But he got a vacuum. But anyways, the vacuum that we did have wouldn't take the hair off the rug. I actually had to go like this with my hand on the rug and get it into piles and pick it up that way. So it was very time consuming and pain in the butt. The Igor girl was so unfunny. Me no like it. Yeah, a lot of people said they didn't like it. I'm very easy when it comes to movies. I don't really have like high expectations for. If I'm entertained, it's good enough. Now, there's stuff that I really, really like, but there's not much that I really, really don't like.
I was thinking about seeing Spider-Man again tonight, but then I remembered the national championship football games tonight.
I don't even care.
Well, it's a thing that my dad and I do every year.
Oh, well, that's good. Then you got that.
We just always root against Alabama. So whoever's playing Alabama, that's who we root for.
I haven't watched college football in a long time, and I don't even care about football now. It's over and done with for me.
Yeah, I bet.
I probably won't even. I might not even watch the Super Bowl. Depends on who's in it. If it's a team I hate or a team I like a little bit, I'll watch.
What if it's the Chiefs?
Like I said, I don't like or dislike the Chiefs. They're not one of the teams that's high on my radar either direction.
Well, I'm just going to take it for granted that you're wearing red because your boys are knocked out and the Chiefs are going to get revenge for them.
There you go. I'm supporting you, Ed.
Oh, you're the best.
Paul's got several hundred plants out back. It's one of the perks of working at a production nursery. Very cool. Yeah, we don't have a lot outside. We don't do much outside with the plants. We need to do more. Maybe this year.
Well, and Select Pet John, Mr. McTucky. That doesn't know.
Mr. McTucky.
Mr. McTucky. I don't know. He made a good point that cat hair is always better than diarrhea.
Diarrhea. I think most people will agree with that.
I really think it was my mom's cat too that did the diarrhea.
S wants to know if we think Spider-Man is better than Infinity War. You go first. What do you think? The new Spider-Man, is it better than Infinity War?
That's why I really wanted to watch it again, because half the time I was doing this.
Yeah, because the guy there. That's not Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's not Spider-Man. Oh my gosh. I was seeing red through that movie, and I don't even know. Normally, I can remember everything from a movie. I can't hardly remember anything from the movie. It's terrible.
Yeah, and so you do need to go watch it.
Yeah, because Sean Peck said that it made him laugh and cry. He loved it so much. Every single one of my friends has said they've loved it.
Yeah. Laugh and cry. Yeah, I agree with that. Especially part of it was for me was my daughter is a huge Spider-Man fan, and she got very emotional in some parts of it, and that made it. Not that I don't cry at movies. I cry. Geez, I watched something the other day. Oh, in the Ghostbusters, I cried. Got a little teary-eyed. We won't go into it. I don't want to ruin it for people, but I got a little,
Ghostbusters was great. It really was. I got teary-eyed in that one too.
But I'm not against crying at a movie or something, but it just made it that much more because my daughter was very, very emotional about that. So, and I could hear her. She was sitting right next to me in the theater, and I
Well,
trying to hold it in. I could hear her.
in the second newest
There you go.
Star Wars movie.
Wait, hold on, Ed. Sean said, "Come up, and I'll get you a free ticket."
Oh,
There you
what
go.
a nice guy.
Even though you get your tickets for $5 on Tuesdays.
That's all right. I'd rather be able to see Sean.
That's true. That's worth the price of admission right there.
Should I wear a suit?
You should.
I should come in wearing a suit, and it'll look like I'm like an executive. No, except for the beard. The beard will give it away.
Jimmy said, am I doing another pond this summer? I'm doing the same pond this summer. It's still going, actually. The White Cloud minnows are doing great still. I don't know about great, but they're still doing good. I have a heater in it, and everything looks like it's still doing well. Not everything, but the fish look like they're alive. So the pond is still going.
I want to talk about Brine in a movie.
Okay.
Quick.
All right.
You know how there was 3 of the new Star Wars movies?
Yes.
And I enjoyed the first one. Even though I kept saying it's just a knockoff of the New Hope.
Yeah.
Instead of a Death Star, it's a planet. But
yeah.
It's the same
like
story.
a reimagining of that. Yeah.
Yeah. But the second one that was done by Roundhead Ryan Johnson, the beginning of it, when Poe went and attacked the ship all by himself in a X-Wing, I was crying during that scene. I was so excited. It was so amazing. And then the rest of the movie, I wish I would have walked out on.
Which one did Han get cut in half in? Did you cry at that point? I can't remember which one
He
it was.
got cut at the end of the first one.
And did you?
Or he didn't get cut in. He didn't get cut in half. He got stuck through the stomach.
Did that one get you?
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
It did me. When Chewbacca was like, "Aah!" My son did a great Chewbacca thing. "Aah!" He got so upset. Because Han Solo was sort of like a dog for Chewbacca, because Wookiees live so long.
Mm-hmm.
Humans are sort of like dogs to them. They're like, they live for like a quarter of their lifetime.
And the original canon was so much better. I liked the Han Solo movie, but it was not original canon. It was all new, rewrote on how Chewie met Solo or Han. But I loved how Han got his last name in that movie. Did you remember that?
Yes.
He went and signed up with the imps, and they said, "What's your last name?" He says, "I don't know. I just have Han." And so he says, "Well, then you're Solo." And I loved it. But, that was never in canon, so it could have happened.
Yeah. It reminded me of Idiocracy. Remember that movie? And did you watch that?
No.
Not Idiosyncrasy. It was Idiocracy. Idiocracy.
I don't know.
Wasn't in the movie theaters. It was like straight to video, but it was a really good movie. It's a guy goes into the future. Everybody's really stupid. Like really stupid, and they explain why. And you sort of go, oh, yeah, I could see that happening, and he saves everybody because he's just smart enough to figure some things out. Like, plants don't need electrolytes. That's not what they crave. But they ask him a question about his name, and he was just very confused. He said, "Not sure." So they said that was his name. So his name was Not Sure. Eduardo said he cried every time he didn't win the Fish Fam Christmas. Filled 2 55-gallon tanks with tears. All Dee Dee's fault.
Me too, Eduardo. Me too.
And Lisa said, if I watch a movie a second time, I cry before the sad scene even starts because I know it's coming.
Oh, well, I even teared up at Homeward Bound when the 2 dogs and the cat come over the mountain, and the young one's going, and then here comes the cat, and they said, even old Buck made it, and I'm like, they made it home.
Well, yeah,
they did it.
You add a dog to any movie, and I cry at those Dodo videos, They have all kinds of different animal things. It's all animal related, but they do a lot of stuff about them. Dogs being rescued or cats or whatever. And then they show them at the beginning where they're just horrible, almost dead. And then they show them at the end where they're all healed up and they're happy and their tails are wagging.
I turn those commercials off.
Too
Those
much?
commercials.
Not the commercials. Not the commercials. The little movies, like on YouTube, you can find them, and Facebook, all the social media. You see the dodo.
That is definitely not in my search engines. That no, they don't show me that.
But they're always happy. They're always happy. I'm going to say it, people. They're always happy endings. You know, that's always a good thing at the end.
That's good.
You know, they show the animal making it and all that.
I love furry animals too much, and whenever I see them being mistreated, I get really sad.
Oh yeah, same here.
And I hate humans.
Same here.
But not the fish fan, because we're more than human.
And Rocky and Miles, hey there, said dodo stories are great. There's even a fish rescue one. Yeah, there's a few of those. I saw one with a betta and maybe a goldfish or a koi or something. I can't remember.
I have never heard of these dodo things.
Oh yeah, it's called the dodo. I don't trust the dodo, S said. Godzilla versus Bambi. It's a smashing success.
Now I would watch that. There's not a and Godzilla is definitely in my search engine. I get whenever some new content that anybody makes on YouTube that's has anything to do with Star Wars, they suggest it, or Star Wars, but Godzilla, they suggest it. Yep, I actually watched Mothra and Godzilla fight some burrowing monster yesterday. It was great.
I don't have a book today.
I do have a book.
I still have, I have bookcases filled with graphic novels, but I just didn't grab one today. That's all.
Well, I was incredibly saddened when I pulled this book off the shelf.
Hey, I'm sorry. I just got an email from the co-op, and I thought it's cool because I just got to interview Irene. Right. Well, she's going to be on the live. I said, you really need to do more live streams. People would love to see more often, and she's going to be on the live stream this week. If you have any questions for Irene or Zenzo. So she's going to be on there.
Well, should I send one of them an invite right now?
Who's that? Zenzo or Irene?
I don't have Irene as a friend on Facebook. At least I don't think so, but I could send it as Zenzo. But no, he is definitely not a nerd.
Zenzo?
Yeah. Games and nerdy stuff, he is not. He is all cool.
Yeah. That's not his.
Funny because I was talking to Corey, and Corey's a nerd, and Zenzo's trying really hard to be, and I can just the poor guy.
Irene definitely is, though. I mean, she was Gamer's wife. Her husband works for a gaming place, or used to, and she's really into sci-fi and fantasy books, and the Marvel universe, and she's definitely a geeky person.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've never met her or really talked to her. She probably doesn't have a clue who I am, but that's all right.
I don't know. She probably knows. Okay, here we go. Deep dive. Okay,
so I wanted to talk about one of my favorite books on my nerd shelf, and it's my Advanced Dungeons and Dragons Handbook. And this isn't it.
What did you say? This isn't it?
No. I pick it up and I was like, this isn't my book. Because my book is I have little tabs in it.
Yeah.
And everything's section perfect. And this has happened to me more than once. You can see my brother's name right here.
Oh, so he took yours and gave you his?
It's happened many times.
That's it. He's out of here. Uh-oh. Nico's coming. Nico's upset too.
Are you upset, dude? Are you going to kick Tim's butt? He wants to
I wish Nico could hear us.
Oh, Nico, say something for the crowd.
Kitty. Kitty.
He's purring. Normally, he is a very vocal cat. but I don't want him to drink my pop. He does. He's not even gonna. He's not interested in my pop. He's interested in playing with the ice cubes on top of it.
Gotcha. So,
Okay.
which edition is this that we're looking at? Because it doesn't look like the one I had.
The AD&D version, advanced.
See,
But
it looks different. Which
it's a
what
second.
year?
It's a second printing.
Oh, maybe so. Did they change the cover?
They put the what? Yeah, what they did is they put the original cover on from the Dungeons and Dragons, and made it black. Well, the other one was black, but it had a brighter image.
Yeah.
Or something, and all I was looking at was this. You know, the spine was the same.
Yeah.
But the things aren't at the top, and it's the original artwork stuff. So yeah.
I had one in the 70s that looked different than that. So when was that one released?
Well, AD&D I think came out like in 1990 or 1989.
No, AD&D was in the 70s.
Oh, I thought D&D was in the 70s.
The actual, so there was the red box. That wasn't the first. There was before that, but the red box came out.
And I have that.
75, and then the blue box, which was advanced, came out roughly, I'm guessing 78, 79, maybe 80.
Well, then
maybe
maybe this is a third printing. Because I got the re-release from it when it came out in the 90s, or like in 1990 was mine. Let's see when this one says it was made. My brother was like just a baby then, so he didn't even play back then.
So this advanced one came out in 1978, the one I had. And I don't know if this is a second printing. I'm looking now to see.
It does mention Dark Sun, and a lot of Dungeons and Dragons doesn't talk about Dark Sun.
Because this is the one I had, which you're gonna, as soon as you see it, you'll go, "Oh yeah, that's the one I had too." I bet you. Because
this
the
one
one
says second printing, 1960 or 1996.
Oh yeah, so it's way newer.
Yeah, mine was from I think like 88 to 89. I mean from
check that one.
90. Oh, neato.
That's the one I had.
Oh, you see, I have one like this, but I thought it was the it was the Dungeons and Dragons version.
No, because it says right here, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, including character races, and it's 1978.
Wow, I would like to go.
I don't think there was any actual books like this from just. I could be wrong. I could be wrong here. I don't believe there was any hardcover books from just Dungeons and Dragons. I think they started the hardcover versions with Advanced, and I could be totally wrong on that. But this one is definitely from the Advanced, so basically second edition.
Yeah. Well, this is second printing, but I know that mine is different. So I wonder if.
So yeah, that's the second.
How many pages is in that? Just to see if they added a lot more material. This is 320 pages.
Let's see if there's a. Let's see if there's a different. Excuse me. Nope, that's the same one. I was hoping to see one. I bet you. So I'd have to look it up. Yeah, Sharpie saying D&D was softback, AD&D hardback. I didn't think there was any Dungeons and Dragons that was hardcover. Well, Steven said, "I'm back. Did anyone notice I was gone? I saw you had to leave for a meeting."
I didn't know Steven was even here. It's nice to have you, Steven.
Oh, and the Fiend Folio. I love the Fiend Folio. That was one of my favorites.
Is that the monster manual?
Is it going to come up? No, it was, well, sort of. It was the other one. It is a monster manual, but there was a monster manual, and then there was the Fiend Folio. It's not. Oh, that's because I'm on the wrong thing. Hold on.
Do you want me to see if I have the Fiend Folio in the other room? I have about 100 books. D&D books.
I got rid of all of them. I gave them all to my kids because they were interested, and I knew I wasn't going to play anymore. So
I would do the exact same thing if I had children's.
Jenna P said, "I didn't notice, Stephen."
Jenna is so cool. I'd like to play Dungeons and Dragons with them too. But once explain to people, does anybody here, let's say it this way, does anybody here not know what Dungeons and Dragons is? Because I think that's the biggest problem with Dungeons and Dragons is people don't understand what it is if they've never played.
You know, I know Jess wasn't very familiar with it or didn't know it at all, but I think that's very few people that haven't at least heard of Dungeons and Dragons and doesn't know that it's a role-playing game that's, you know, pen and paper.
Yeah, it's all mental. You know, and it encourages your brain to think and be creative.
Monopoly for life. Yes.
I think the biggest tricks to it is having a fun DM that's willing to play the game and be creative.
I can't stand the rule Nazis, you know, that everything has to be exactly like this. You know, that doesn't have to be just like that. It's fun just to go with it and just to, just to have fun with it, because again, it's a game. I played D&D in college. Kelly said, I refuse to learn any rules.
Well, that's fine.
It's just, you know, it's all about imagination. And yeah, I don't think, I don't know. I think people, the rules say this, especially if the dungeon master says something about, you know, this is how it goes. And then somebody goes, well, that's not what the rules say. Boom, ruined, game's ruined. You know? Yep,
it is.
The dungeon masters create the world for you, and you just go with what they say. They are the god for that world, you know. And
you see, I agree 100%. I do like it though when you have a dungeon master that you can sway. You know, be like, what if I add some magic dust to it? Like, well,
something that's feasible. Like they'll let you do something if you can explain yourself well enough what the thought process is, and they go with it. Yeah, that's good.
And I hate the dungeon masters. There's the rule Nazis, but then there's also the ones that say, I'm just going to kill them. You're dead.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, I'm dead. So you don't want me to play with you anymore?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, you got to find the good one. My oldest son did a pretty good job. Now, Callie's boyfriend, John, is going to be our dungeon master. We're going to play pretty soon. And roll versus roll, Sean said.
And we will be putting Sean to the test versus his roll. He has mighty skills in both, but what is stronger?
I haven't played any games in so long. So it's going to be fun. Greg says, I know it's a role-playing game. That's all I know. And you know what? It can be more visual. Like some people do create actual physical dungeons and they use the figures and you go through it, but they're still describing the things that you see and everything.
Is X2 here?
What's that?
Is X2 here?
I haven't seen him. No, I haven't seen him yet today.
Because we could have almost picked our team.
Pick our team? Oh, as far as characters.
Yeah. Sean, what type of class would you like to be in? What would you like to be, Rico?
Well, you and I play pretty much the same type of character, so one of us is going to have to.
And I'll play something different.
Well, I can too. I mean, it doesn't matter.
As long as I don't have to be a wizard, I don't care.
Same here.
So
I might play one on TV, but I just look like one.
I love clerics. I like war clerics.
Yep.
Like that hit people with hammers first and then heal second.
Yep. We play the same way.
I love playing thieves that have tricks all over themselves.
I don't play thieves very often.
I love playing like a James Bond thief. Little gadgets hidden.
Barbarians. I love playing like a barbarian, just fighter type.
Now, I normally, for fighters, I love playing either a ranger or a common warrior. I love playing common warriors.
Yeah. Rangers are okay. That's fun. Ninja bard, Sean wants to be. Gnome barbarian.
I don't know if we are going to be playing Forgotten Realms, so it sounds like you're going to be a bard.
Yeah, I don't know either. I have no idea
I'm
what.
teasing.
Yeah, you know what? I will touch base with him tonight and see where we're at and get a timeline, and also need to get your probably.
Email?
Well, I'm thinking telephone numbers. I got yours, Ed and Sean. Maybe if you don't mind, because they put together a group already to text and stuff to keep track of everything. So again, it's Callie from the BCAS and her boyfriend John, and then
I think Sean knows Callie.
Xanadu, and Ed and myself. It was of the devil. Yeah, I remember those times when people just, I don't know.
And I think we'll do something like this, maybe where we can all talk.
Yeah, it should be like that.
But I don't know if we'll be live.
Now that's bad. Kelly Foreman said, my mom found the D&D books in my dresser and threw them out. Also, we were not allowed to watch the Smurfs out of concern for our eternal souls. See, I can't even talk. The Smurfs weren't very edgy or,
My dad told me
I understand that.
My dad told me about a guy at work that he found out his daughter was listening to country music, and he took all of her CDs and threw them away. And it's like, it's just crazy.
People want to control people.
Yeah.
CJ Black says I was a monk. Chaotic good, I think. Maybe chaotic neutral. I usually played chaotic neutral. I liked chaotic neutral, or you're right, sometimes chaotic good, because chaotic neutral, you really can do whatever. You don't have that, you whatever. And you like anarchy and just,
one of my favorite characters of all time was a chaotic good thief.
I like playing the good characters. Chaotic good what? What was it again?
Chaotic good thief.
Gotcha.
And yeah, I shocked
That's
people.
Robin Hood.
Well, I would say Robin Hood's more lawful.
I don't know.
I didn't have a problem cutting people's fingers off.
But Robin Hood,
Robin
Hood went against the laws of the time. So
yeah, but they were evil.
But laws are laws.
Yeah.
So he was going against the laws of the time. So plus he was a good person, though. He was taking from the rich, giving to the poor. That's the good side of it. So I would say he's. But
I would say the Catholic Church at the time was chaotic evil. Oh, Robin!
I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say anything.
In the whole Crusades, everybody involved with the Crusades was evil. Everyone. Right?
I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. It's a lot of fun though, and I can't wait till we actually start playing. Again, I'll talk to them. Sean said he's going to give me his number. So, Ed, do you mind if I give them your number for texting?
That's fine.
Okay.
But if they call me and I don't know who they are, I don't answer.
No, they won't be calling. It's only texting. That's a group. They've already got a group text message set up just to make it easier. Get away from all the social media. We can come up with times to play and all that kind of stuff. I think it's going to be like once a week.
Are we going to do an app where we roll? Because have you seen the apps where you
I honestly
put
don't
what
know.
dice you want? And you go,
Yeah, I honestly don't know how he wants to do it. I don't know anything about it.
Whatever it is, I'm just going to go into it as a positive person. And just be positive about everything and just be happy.
It's going to be fun. So, yeah.
I hope you do the same.
I always do.
I thought you were going to play my Ying.
What's that?
I thought you would play the Ying. I'll be the Yang and you be the Ying.
Oh, no. Because we're too close.
Well, then Sean's going to have to be the Ying.
Stephen needs some ideas for dinner. I would say stuffed peppers.
Oh, Steven. My God. Steven.
How about chili rellenos? Chili rellenos and stuffed peppers. That's both different types of chilies, really, or peppers, really. But
who makes the food in your family? You or Jenna?
Sandy said you guys should YouTube it so I can watch and have flashback to high school. I don't know if it's going to be a live thing or not. Right now I think it's not going to be, but I honestly don't know if that's.
We have to find out that everybody is in agreement to that.
Yeah.
And I don't know where we'd even do the show. Maybe Sean would want to do it on his game network.
Yeah, that would work. It might add a whole nother element to it. That's just maybe we don't do it at first. Maybe we play a few, sessions and then get into it. Foundry, yeah, it's also great. We moved to that better than Roll20, but need someone who knows what they're doing. Foundry's all open source too, isn't it, Degenerate? If that's the one I'm thinking of, I used to have that loaded up on a laptop.
I had a great dungeon master for about 10 years. His name's Joe Duvall, and I'm going to shout him out because I'm sure he's not listening. He works for the St. Louis Cardinals, but as a sound man, so I'm sure he's at the stadium right now making commercials or something. But he was so cool because any Dungeons and Dragons thing possible out there, you could bring into the game. So, like, if there was some other game that had cool equipment, we could bring it into the game and just figure it out, like if it was a different type of rolling system, we'd find a weapon equal. Or it was just so much fun. He made it so much fun, and I wish there were more people like Joe Duvall.
And I have no idea what kind of Dungeon Master John is. He seems
no
like a super nice guy. He's a younger guy. They're both in their 20s, I think.
They may not like us.
Nah,
they're going to be like, he's going to be like, Callie, where'd you get all these senior citizens?
Well, I got to meet them both, so I meet them face to face at the Clash.
That's good. How old is X do?
He's my age, I think, or maybe I think he's between. I think he's in his 50s. Actually, I think he's in his 50s. I could be wrong, but so he's between us.
That's awesome. So they've got 4 old guys. That'll probably be pretty cool for them because they'll get to see a whole new generation. We haven't been brought up on Pokemon, so that'll be fun.
CJ Black said maybe y'all could have a weekly or monthly recap live stream. I'd watch the replay. Something like that would be cool. Or maybe
do a segment on here.
It could be good content for Sean if he wants. I don't want to, but maybe he makes edited videos out of it.
Yeah, well, maybe Sean records the first couple, and then he looks at it and thinks about it, and then make sure that everybody else says okay. Because Callie's boyfriend may not feel comfortable.
Yeah, and we're definitely not going to push anything. It would just whatever. So he's the DM, so whatever he wants to do. So
XDo doesn't do live shows.
No.
So maybe he doesn't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
We just want to have fun. So you guys are secondary.
It's true. It's true. I haven't played it in so long. Yeah, let's like I said, I'll start getting stuff together tonight to get us all, on the same page, and we can start having discussions about how we're going to do it and get it all put together. They did want to start pretty soon, though. I'm pretty sure, like in the next couple of weeks, we'll play our first game.
Sean says, "Sounds cool to me. We can ask." Okay, well that's cool. Now, Sean, I've also been thinking about. Sean has a gaming channel, and he is an amazing gamer guy. If there's one day a week or every 2 weeks that you would want me to come up to Knoxville, we could do a live stream and play on a live stream, or you can make a video, and I'd be happy to do that with you. And I'll just be the guy who pushes stuff, but I'll come up once or every other week.
A live stream would be cool, and you guys could play the game, and we'll do sort of like, I'll offer my services too. We'll do like what we do at Aquashella. I'll manage the chat for you guys, so you guys can take care of just the gaming part of it, and I'll manage the chat and feed you questions and stuff. know.
That would
And
be cool. Well, I mean, we'd start off probably with Sean explaining the rules. And let him. We're formatting his show for him.
I know. Okay, here's what you're doing, Sean.
I'm going to be the guy who looks really cool. I've got to get a top hat. That'll be my job.
Why the top hat looks really cool?
You can hide stuff under a top hat.
Oh, you can.
Or a hollow hat.
I'm just not a hat guy. I used to be. Used to
You
wear
look
hats
like
all
a
the
hat
time.
guy.
Do I?
Yeah, your hair would be awesome with a hat.
No, it doesn't work because the hat has to be so big. You know what I mean to get around the hair. So
I have a huge head too, and I don't even have hair. It's sad. I go for the max. That's why I love the Corey hats because they're giant size. And he really appreciated me doing a shout out about how big they were and nice. And he sent me like 8 of them. And it's like, wow, and you know what? I still normally always wear the old crappy one. My original one.
Send me anything. God.
You should have said something nice about his hat. Well, you don't wear hats.
I say nice stuff about other things, Corey.
Let's see.
Man.
Even my picture today that I showed off to y'all is me wearing my aquarium co-op hat.
Look at it in the face.
Well, I was doing.
I got a plant.
There's a big windowundula.
Paella is traditionally a leftover concoction.
Peyote?
Peyote's good too, but paella is good.
Oh, did we find out who cooks in that family? Is it Jenna?
Jenna does. Jenna does the cooking.
Okay, so let's go with something serious then, because I imagine
she got all kinds of good ideas.
Oh,
she got. This is so weird. My chat won't let me scroll up. I have to grab the scroll bar.
Guys, in 40 minutes, we are quitting regardless what anybody says because I am starving. And I think I'm going to go to Taco Bell and get some of their grilled cheese burritos.
I don't know what we're having for dinner tonight. My son's put up a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, he got a ice cream maker for Christmas. Mm-hmm. He got an ice cream maker and a vacuum cleaner. That was 2 of his things. And he got a bunch of computer parts and stuff. But 2 of his gifts were a vacuum cleaner and an ice cream maker.
Wow. What a lucky guy.
The ice cream he's been making? Damn. It's good stuff. It only makes 2 quarts at a time, but which is not enough. But he's been making all kinds of good stuff.
You know that house that you guys are going to veto to get rid of?
But they're not getting rid of it. It's not even built.
Well,
that they want to build. They want to build, yes.
Do you think maybe they'll just give up their land to the property taxes?
I mean, the guy bought... So this neighborhood's really weird. A lot of people, not a lot, some of us own little bits of land in different places that are cut off either by access roads or whatever. So like we own this part, and then there's an access road, and then we own that part, and it's a little bit smaller than this side. And then down by the bay, there's a strip that's ours as well that abuts that part. So we have 3 separate parts that aren't truly connected. And there's other people like that too. And this guy's like that. He has his main house, which is a very, very small area that he got variances for, but they were nowhere as big as the variances that he's looking for this time. We didn't fight that one because it wasn't... The person who lives just east of him did get her view cut off. She can't see the bay anymore because of his house that he put in.
That stinks.
But the variances weren't that large like they are with this other area.
Maybe she'll give up her house to property taxes.
I don't think anybody will give them up to the property taxes aren't that bad.
Well, I'm just looking for a really cheap way to move next door so I can get ice cream.
Oh, gotcha.
I'll have if I built like a tornado bunker.
I had no idea where you were going with that at all.
I could have a tornado bunker built. And then whenever I come and visit, I could just go in the tornado bunker and sleep.
We keep trying to get my buddy Roger to put his 5th wheel in the property that's next door to us, which it's ours. But again, that's the part that split off and turned it into an Airbnb. he's got a huge fifth wheel that he lives in for part of the year, and but he's not going to now. He got a different job, and it's a long story. But I keep trying to talk him into. We'll put a platform there, hook up the electricity and the water and everything, and turn it into an Airbnb, because all these cottages around us are fishermen. They come in and they rent the place for a week or two in the summertime, and that's it. So it'd be perfect for something like that,
Well, I was looking at these tornado shelters. I can bring a portable generator that runs off of electricity or runs off solar power. In the summer, all I need is a light. It stays kind of cool. It's not too hot to begin with there, but it'll stay cool underground. They have these great doors that shut so bugs and stuff can't get in. And a nice, you could do a cot, but I was thinking a hammock might be nice.
Well, when Ariel moves out, you could take the area that I was going to put the fish room in, and then you wouldn't have to build anything. Well, it'll have its own bathroom and everything.
That's nice. But it would still be nice to have a fish room.
Yeah.
Geek
Boy, that's what I'm having. That's for the last week. Yeah, that just happened to me just now for the first time. He said, I've been having trouble with the chat scrolling for the last week. It acts like the chat is stuck to the bottom. Eventually, let's go and let's. Yeah, that's exactly what mine is doing. I have to physically use the scroll bar, and it won't go up. That's weird. Huh. And Geek Boy also said you might be able to find cheaper ways to get ice cream than buying a second house.
But it's not Rico Stan ice cream.
He made some good stuff. He made cookies and cream. Oh, and then a strawberry. And it reminded me of when my grandpa used to make it.
I like strawberries. I never had a grandpa, so I don't know what grandpa.
If you read faster, no chat scroll issues. That doesn't make sense because I need to scroll back up, Matt, because I want to see something that somebody mentioned earlier. Doesn't have anything to do with read. And I read very fast, actually. Not to toot my own horn.
The first time ever the Geek Show is as one of my choices when I first logged on to YouTube.
What do you mean?
It never gives me my own channel.
Oh, gotcha. Were you logged in?
Yeah, it says it. I'm logged in up at the top.
So you're at the YouTube home page, and you see your own stream?
Yeah, it's the very first choice.
That is weird.
It should always be that way. It'd make my life a lot easier.
So that it's happening to everybody, I guess, the scroll thing. Huh. All right, good. I thought it was just me because it just started happening today for the very first time.
Awesome. Okay, so now we've got one more person watching me and a like from me. I should do that more often.
I just saw a thing the other day. Steven said, we do have an Instant Pot that Jenna doesn't use anymore. I just saw this thing the other day that was Instant Pot meals in a bag, all of it. And you just pop it into the Instant Pot in the bag, and it cooks it. And some of the stuff was like a teriyaki shrimp. What was the other ones? There was a whole bunch of really good choices. I was actually very subscribed. Surprised. Told you, I'm just tired. I can't even. Oh, Ninja Crock-Pot is on the fritz.
Oh gosh, I burped. Sorry. It was all the food talking. But I want to say one thing about shorts that I have completely did an experiment. I put out a good short a week ago with one of my favorite artists. Her name's Earl. She's from Alaska. She has like a cool music style that sounds kind of like from the 50s. Maybe, no, not. Maybe more like the 30s. Bandstand, fun, cool, rocking. Not rocking. Jazzy. I don't know. Just awesome. She's really cool. So I played one of her songs with one of my shorts, and I only got like 60 views. And it was a beautiful fish. And I knew that it would get 800, and it didn't. And so then I just went and I said, okay, I'm going to pick one of the top 5 musics. Got 800.
So it's all about the music.
It's a big part of the music is Don't.
I just gave up on them. I'm not even going to worry about shorts. I don't like watching them myself very much. Once in a while there's a good one, but I don't care to watch them. And I'm just not going to make them unless I have something that something I need to say that would fit in that format. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But I gave up on them because a lot of times I'd get way less than my other ones. And I do the same thing. I'd pick, I'd just get a fish and I would pick one of the top, songs that are being played that I don't even know, and nothing. I mean, sometimes I'd get like 50 views. That would be it. So I just gave up on it. I don't care. I figure I want to make stuff that I like to watch myself, and I don't care to watch the shorts. So I'm just
Well,
going
it
to give
doesn't
up.
make me feel bad because I spend hours watching shorts. I do. I enjoy it. And I get so excited when I find somebody that I know.
You're just scrolling through and
I almost subbed every fish person just because, but when it's like, oh my gosh, this was lefties or this is ass, It was kind of neat to run into those because there's like millions of people doing it around the world.
I just, lately I've been taking a look at what do I want out of YouTube? What do I want to put into it? And what do I want to get out of it? And I realized that I don't want to do, and here Steven says he's joking, but he says, I can't stop making the shorts. It's too easy. Only takes a few hours. He's joking, but he's not, because he puts a lot of effort into it, and it really shows that it's high quality. It's high production values and stuff. And they're enjoyable. I don't want that. I don't want to do that. I want to watch other people do that, but I don't want to for myself. So I've really just taken a look at it, and I think I'm going to put out maybe 1 or 2 videos a month and just keep to the live streaming. It's working for me. It's the amount of effort I want to put into it. I'm getting out what I want, and I'm not going to worry about analytics. I'm not going to worry about any of it. I don't care if I don't get to 2,000 subs until 2030 if I'm still alive,
I would like to get to 2,000 subs.
If I get there, I do. I'm at 1,000. That's all that matters.
I'm doing the shorts. I have fun doing the shorts. I've never liked watching analytics before.
Yeah.
But I love watching how the shorts get into the stream and then they just cut off. And it's over. But sometimes I ride the highway for a while and I'm like, yes, go, stay. And then it's like a rocket and
you're having fun. That's the key. You're having fun. And I think if YouTube does become too much of a job and you're not having fun and you're stressing out about putting out the stuff, I just never. And again, if that's what you want, okay, that's you. Awesome. Do that. Hopefully it works out well for you. I wish the best, but I just don't want anything that's going to cause me extra stress. And I just want to keep it fun. I just want to keep it fun. If I'm not having fun, then I'm going to stop doing it.
I want to show people what I'm looking at. Okay, now, like my lizard, I put it out today. I don't know if it's going to do well at all. Because I don't normally do lizards. But you see how it's just a gradual climb.
Yeah.
Well, now, and it's actually a pretty cool looking lizard. I was like really impressed by the colors. And I mean, the skin looks like beads. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Its little body.
It looks like artwork.
I digress. Yeah. But then, like, these are the koi. Hit the analytics. And I got 3 subs from it. It was skyrocketing, and then it hits that line where they just stop showing it to people.
Plateaus. It's like they said, no more for you.
Yeah. So in 7 hours, I got 895, and then they cut it off. But it's so much fun to watch. And then like almost all of mine are like that. 6 hours in the mainstream.
And then they just plateau.
Yep.
Hey, there's Xanadu.
This one is still slow. This one's like been out for 3 days, and it's been nothing but a slow climb. So that's kind of unusual.
Yeah, which
But
might
it's
end up
still
being the best one, and it might just take off. When they first put them out, mine would do that. Like the first couple days, I'd get nothing, then all of a sudden they would just take off. Like the third day, fourth day, whatever, they would take off, and I ended up with like 3,000 views. But Xanadude, hey, do me a favor, if you don't mind, please send me another email with your phone number. If it's okay to give that phone number to our dungeon master. So we want to start doing that stuff, and if you're comfortable with that, that's the way they want to communicate the most. Although I think they were talking about Facebook too.
And if you're afraid to give the dungeon master your phone number, we probably got problems.
We'll work out something. If you're not comfortable doing that, we'll work out something. But that seems to be the way to go.
Can we also, since X2 is here, what type of character do you like to be, X2? Watch him say a barbarian. Oh my gosh, that'd be so funny if all 4 of us say we want to be barbarians.
We could make it work. There could be a cleric, a barbarian cleric. At least we'd have a healer. We probably wouldn't do very good against magic, but yeah. What kind of character do you like to play, Xanadude?
Well,
what's
barbarians are magic resistant to a point, but they can't use magic, so yeah.
Might want to send your safe word too. Geek boy. And wait, there was something else.
I chat with Matt all the time on Facebook.
There we go.
There's Jimmy P.
Geek Boy says, my nephew just got a couple of tree frogs. Who was it last week that had a guest showing the tree frogs? Was that Bob?
No, he doesn't have tree frogs.
Did he have somebody up that was showing off tree frogs though?
I don't know, but I was looking at dart frogs yesterday.
And Xanadude said, barbarian is on my list, ranger perhaps, or rogue. That's exactly like me and Ed, although I don't play the rogues very often.
I'll just be the stupid cleric then. Look at this pretty dart frog. Oh, the mouse arrow that I see was over it, but not for you guys. So
it is amazing. Look at those colors.
And he'll have little tadpoles. I was telling the guy that I wanted to set up like a little water area for inlers to be in. And he was saying that this is the best one for that. But
now, how big do those get? Not very big, right?
About the size of a quarter.
Oh, okay. Jess was showing frogs. Yes, she was talking about there was a kit or something showing milk frogs. Yes, Timbo and John had it. Yep. Oh, and Lori. Sorry.
This guy looks like a NASCAR. It was so awesome. But they said this one wouldn't be good with water.
Oh, Xanadude said he last played a bard, but that was fun. Druid, I don't care, whatever. Or I don't know, whatever. Or I don't know. I said I don't care. I said IDK equals I don't care.
Sean said a bard. So we've got a bard, a cleric, a barbarian, and a barbarian. And we got to see what Callie's going to be. Hopefully she likes being a wizard.
Well, ranger would be good. We need that.
Rangers are so cool.
That distance, right? And I can be the tank.
Or an archer.
And you could be a cleric.
You could be an arcane archer.
Well, rangers make good archers. I mean, that's...
Oh, yeah. And they're dual wielders. And they can wear any type of armor. So what I used to do when I was a ranger, the first thing I'd do is go on a bear hunt and kill a bear and then wear its skin as hide armor. It's so cheap you can afford it.
Someone when I was growing up always blamed the sound farts make on tree frogs.
They have a Dungeons and Dragons like split classes, and one's called a scout, and it's half rogue, half ranger. And that was a really cool class. It didn't get the backstabs, but it got the archery stuff.
Seems like that would be good for the outdoor type stuff, but not so much dungeon.
No.
Scouting in a dungeon doesn't seem like something that you do too often.
The whole ranger.
True, but at least the ranger does have that archery to fall back on. And
well, I guess if Callie wants to be the healer, then I'll be a rogue, because we don't have a rogue either. But we do have a bard, which can use magical stuff that's kind of like that. And a ranger does notice things.
Matt said, I don't really send friend requests either, and the number of fish fam that sends me friend requests makes my anxiety high. I just stop responding to them. And I sort of do the same thing, sort of, because I get friend requests all the time from some people that are exporters. They're from wherever. I'm not interested in being friends with somebody that's just trying to sell me something,
Now, Degenerate says that SE Rangers suck.
5 edition. 5th
What
edition Rangers.
Are we playing?
I have no idea. I don't think he liked 5th edition.
Let's hope he plays Advanced, because that's what I got.
I feel like it might have been 3rd edition.
Oh, I was about to say, I think I have 2nd edition also.
I'm not
played
sure.
that for a while. It was basically the same.
I'm not sure, honestly, but yeah, we'll have to get together soon and have a conversation about all of it. And
well, Sean and I could go to McKay's.
Go to where?
McKay's. It's a used bookstore.
Oh,
and you can buy all your D&D books cheap if they're out of date.
I don't even think, to be honest, I don't have any of the books, but I'm not looking to get any of them. I don't think I need any of them to play. So
I really like looking at the pictures.
I get other books for that, Ed.
And it's nice to have spell lists.
Yeah, that's nice, but you can find all that stuff online these days.
Oh, I hate doing that.
I just get the PDF of it or whatever. Got rid of my Facebook, too much drama. Yeah, I only use Facebook for Fish Fam, and I don't even post on there or anything anymore at all.
Nola.
Well, you said 40 minutes. What time was that?
That was 20 after. So I was going to go to 5.
Okay.
That was like 20 minutes ago.
So you got 20 minutes to go.
Yeah. Now Nola got me hungry again.
A player's handbook is good to have, and we might still have one. Again, I don't know what edition we're playing. I don't have any 5th edition stuff at all.
I'm going to go see real quick to see what other... Nah, I don't need to do that while we're live.
Yeah,
I was going to go and see what other editions I have of him.
Is it right there?
It's around the corner.
Okay. I mean, it's okay if you want to. We can see what other books. That's cool. But whatever. Whatever, man.
You talk and I'll look. Because it now might...
Talk. I'm not good at talking.
Oh.
That was a joke.
Whip.
That's all I got, man. That's all I got is talking. White's tree frogs from Oz are good beginner frogs. Trouble with dart frogs is you have to culture wingless fruit flies. Whip says, I'll understand the drama. I never understand the drama aspect. Just scroll past the crap. A lot of times the people direct the crap towards you, though. Like they tag you and stuff. And it's all just garbage. Facebook is just a crap. It's just garbage. It's just, I hate it. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. Now Nico left us too. And Lisa says, I don't spend too much time on Instagram. I follow people, but they never go to look at stuff. Same here. That's all I do. That's all I do is when somebody messages me, and usually they have to tell me that that one looks familiar. Is that 5th edition? No.
This is 3.5. And notice
I totally forgot about 3.5.
This is how I label everything.
Yeah. So
I'm
your brother
nerd.
took the good one.
Yes. And this is core book, player's core book.
Core rules?
Core rules. D20 system. I'm trying to find what version it is.
It's 3.5 as well, right? Pretty sure it is. It looks identical.
It looks identical, but it doesn't. This might be 3.
I don't remember a core rules for 3.
This doesn't even look like I think I bought this and then we never played it because it's like pristine.
Xanadude said that's a 3.5 as well.
Why did I buy this book? I've never even opened it. Oh, look, it comes with maybe I bought it because it had a CD in it.
What's the CD?
I don't know. Character creator. No, character generator.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, you can find that online too if you're interested. There's all types of apps and stuff out there for it. You can get a lot of it recreated.
Well, are these 2 different books? Why did I buy 2 books?
They both say Player's Handbook, don't they? Maybe it's your brother's, Nola said.
Core Rulebook 1. This is Core Rulebook versus Volume 5. Let's pick a number.
32.
32. We're going to go to page 32 and see if it's the same. No picture on this one. Okay, this one is... Hey,
Levi.
Character rules. Like that. There you go. 32.
There's a butthole version.
Oh, they're different books. This one talks about alignment on page 32. So there you go. They're different, but the same.
It is sort of nice to scan through those and Chris Robertson, hey there. I learned and played 2nd edition before they changed everything up, but they sold out to the Wizards of the Coast.
Mm-hmm.
It was what was it? A TSR and
TriStar. Right? Gary Gygax.
Yeah. Where's his statue at? Milwaukee? Chicago? Where is it?
No, Madison. Madison,
okay.
Wisconsin.
Okay. I knew there was a statue of him somewhere, but I couldn't remember.
The only reason why I know that is because my buddy Jamie went to college in Madison, and we used to play Dungeons and Dragons in high school. So when we went and visited him, we did like this Dungeons and Dragons tour, and we went to the shop that he played at and all this stuff.
And I think Beaver Dam is right outside of Madison.
I don't remember seeing any beaver dams.
And I had a friend who went to boarding school in Beaver Dam, Wisconsin. I told you about him. He was my roommate for a long time, Angel. He came from Puerto Rico, didn't know any English at all, and went to boarding school in like one of the whitest places in America, Beaver Dam, Wisconsin. Very white bread, you know what I'm saying? And it was a difficult transition for him.
Well, Jamie, he's probably a doctor now. It wouldn't surprise me. But his dad and his mom were both doctors. And the dad is in charge of Cahokia Mounds. They're the biggest Native American, area ever discovered here in America, or in North America. They're like these giant mounds that they have.
Oh, gotcha.
But
Beaver Dam is not close to Madison, Kelly says.
No,
just southwest of Milwaukee. Not close. Okay. Beaver Dam, yeah. I thought it was closer to Madison for some reason, but no, everybody's saying no, not too close.
Well, but I thought she was talking about Cahokia Mounds, and yeah, that's just outside of St. Louis on the other, in the Illinois side. But now Jamie, he went to go to school up there to be an archaeologist, and he learned Portuguese, and he used to go down to Brazil and dig stuff up all the time in the summer times. But now he's a museum caretaker in Chicago. Nice.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
I would like to get into archaeology. It's always been interesting.
Bending.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not all Indiana Jones. It's more spreadsheets and things, right? There's not a lot of out in the field type stuff.
Well, and a lot of people hated them because like every time they'd be digging like a highway or something and they'd run across bones, they would call in the archaeologists from Cahokia Mounds, and then they'd have to go and do a dig for like 3 weeks and say,
do the surveys and stuff.
Yeah, and everybody'd be mad, but I think the highway patrol or the highway construction people loved it because it like delayed their job.
Yeah, some of them, if they still got paid, I guess it's the same like that in the UK too. Like if they, because there's, as far as Western history goes, there's a lot there. So every time
they're living on top of each other.
Yeah, every time they
as in decades.
Put a new building.
Well, I would love to see the stuff under New York City. The subway systems that they put under there and stuff. I think that'd be fascinating. We only got to see a little bit of it in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Lake Geneva, that's right, where TSR started. Beaver Dam is northeast of Madison. Southeast and northeast. Gotcha.
Well, and I'm not for sure. I say Madison. I'm not for sure where the college actually was that he was at. He was at a private college somewhere up there around Madison. I think it was it called Beloit? Or was it called Madison?
Voight?
Beloit. I think it was maybe the college was called Beloit College.
I don't know my colleges.
Yeah.
Where are you going for dinner? Taco Bell?
Nola Jane's talking me into it. I think so.
I've got to find out what we're doing. Hold on. I'm going to ask.
Hot wings sound really good to me, though, right now, too.
I'm not going to ask.
If we didn't have company coming over tonight, I would go to Sean's house and see what he's eating.
Hopefully it's something good. I know my son had a whole bunch of stuff listed that he was going to cook this week. He made a chicken pot pie the other night. That was really good. He made a white lasagna. He always makes white lasagna. I like it, but
it's kind of racist.
But I like the regular lasagna better. The white lasagna's got bacon and stuff in it. It's still really good.
You know what you need to do is you need to get a dry erase board.
We have one.
Oh, and have them write it.
It's not a dry. Yeah, it's not a board. It's just it's a big magnet that goes on the front of the fridge. That's a dry erase.
Neat.
Same idea though. So that's where he puts all the dinners that he's making. Slab of ribs sounds good. Ooh, that does sound good.
On Mondays, a lot of the places are closed. The barbecue places, but maybe I could get a barbecue potato at JoJo's.
Last night I had pork egg foo young that was really good. I normally get shrimp, but my kids ran into town to get something. And they surprised us with Chinese food when they came home, so they got me pork egg foo young.
That's too bad.
Madison, Milwaukee, Beloit, Beaver Dam, all within an hour of each other. Okay, so that's not far. When I think far, I think a few hours.
Oh, was Beloit in there somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just kind of sat in the car and just went to different places. He was trying to get all of his buddies to move there. And it's like, yeah, we're not transferring to Wisconsin.
Huh. This, remember back to the plants way back when they talked about Hertz Gardens? They actually have a monthly box, like a loot crate type thing of plants.
Oh, wow.
$30 a month plus shipping probably. Huh.
I used to be huge into plants growing up. I used to have I had like a shelf in front of my window filled with plants. I would ask for plants for like Easter.
That's, I was too. When we left them all behind when we left Arizona, but I gave them all to my mother-in-law. She has a big bay window and it just filled the whole thing. Plus our house, the neighbors called it the jungle, but not in a bad way. It wasn't like overgrown. It's just that we had a lot of shade. So I had a whole bunch of different really cool plants. And my grandpa was very, very big into gardening and plants and ponds and stuff like that. And I always wanted to do that too. So I had a lot of like cedar wood chip mulch and stuff. And there was Sego Palms. I don't know if you ever seen a Sego Palm. Hold on, you got to see one of those. They don't get super big, but they're just a beautiful plant. But I had all kinds of just plants everywhere. The landscaping, I loved it. And here I don't do that much. It's way easier to grow here than it was there.
So there is a place called Beloit. That wasn't actually the name of the college. Hey guys, I'm getting older. I don't remember hardly anything.
Here's a good one. Here we go. Let me share this one out.
I remember the comic book store very well in my head. It's about all I don't even remember what we ate at on that trip.
Sorry, that took a second. All right, here we go. This is a Sago Palm.
Okay, now when we pop this up, at the first car on the screen.
To the right, do we see her foot?
Yes.
Okay,
here it
right
comes.
There. Okay. Nope, didn't see a thing. It's
They're
so
like
fast.
this.
It's so fast. That's a Sago Palm.
Wow, that's really neat. Oh, yes.
Absolutely love those.
They look like they're all over Orlando.
And they do make decent houseplants too. They're not too bad. They like shade, so they make a decent houseplant. See you, Sean. Sean's taking off.
See you, Sean.
But I had some of those in Arizona in the yard, and we just had all kinds of different stuff. So the neighbors all called it the jungle. But again, it wasn't like overgrown. It was just that I had, it was all very, very well laid out.
Well, I had one window that didn't have plants in my bedroom and one that did. And the bird that I owned was a cockatiel and flew into the window that had the plants and broke its neck.
Oh, it happens quite often.
Yeah, I'm never going to have another bird.
Ooh, son of a quack said had some oyster po' boys and some shrimp shoo mai yesterday. Strange combo, but still good. That does sound good. I'm getting hungry now, too. Son of a quack. I've seen them around somewhere else. Maybe Susie Q's. I can't remember where I see them. Maybe Alex.
Oh, there he is. I was just looking for it. So, where do you live to eat that wonderful stuff? Son of a quack.
Mussels and white wine. That sounds good too. I do like. I don't. Pretty much all seafood. I don't know of any seafood I don't like.
I'll tell you what I don't like. Last time I went to Massachusetts, we had traditional lobster dinner, and I got the lobster that was pregnant. And it was filled with this green goop that looked like guacamole. And my aunt was like, "Oh, you're so lucky. You got a pregnant one." And yeah, I tasted it, and it didn't taste like guacamole. It was.
I don't think the green goop.
It was gross.
I haven't like lobster, but
I haven't had any like lobster like that since. If I have lobster, it just happens to be with the other stuff. Because
yeah, usually I have it in something these days too. But I do like lobster and crab, all that stuff. I mean, there's all of it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, well, I like everything, but not the goop.
What don't you like? What's the food that you dislike the most?
Well, wait. I don't also care for clams on a half shell that are cold.
Oh, not cold. Yeah.
Or oysters, rather. I don't like that.
Oh,
okay.
Oh.
Food I hate. I hate anchovies on pizza. I
like it a little bit. It's a little bit.
I hate liver.
Yes.
I don't like any of the organs. I'm not a big pepper guy. So I don't like jalapenos at all.
Love jalapenos.
just don't like them.
Chili rellenos are so good. Those are chili peppers that are cheesy, and sometimes they're breaded, sometimes not. There's different ways to make it, but oh, that's good.
Yeah, if I get tamales, I make sure they're red because I don't want the green tamales.
Tamales are good. That's one thing I do miss about Arizona, because at Christmas time and tradition, that's tamale making time. And here I do know a family that does them, but we don't know them that well, so I'm not going to ask them to make me tamales. But there, I had all kinds of friends whose mom would bring me a big batch of tamales. I don't like raisins.
And
I don't like liver. That's about it, really. There's other stuff, I'm sure, but that's about it.
Raisins have their place, but I love a big
on the tree or on the vine on the vine as a grape. That's where their place is.
So they're pretty good. I like raisin cookies.
I like the smell of raisins. Just the consistency is just nasty. I don't
know. It's weird.
I hate raisins. They're perverted grapes. That's all they are.
One time I made a raisin. I was so proud of myself. I put this raisin on my shelf, or
grape?
This grape on my shelf, and I forgot about it. And like 2 months later, I went, oh, "It's a raisin!" It was crazy. I didn't eat it. I threw it away.
Ricky, I don't know the different types of tamales. I just know that I've never had a tamale I did not like.
A lot of times, the chicken tamales are made with the green sauce, and the pork is made with the red sauce, like the inside sauce.
I don't know the different types, but I just know that I absolutely love tamales, and I do miss them a lot.
And then we had different Mexican people that worked at the factory, and there were two women that would argue about the type of beef. If you put beef in it, one would argue, say, you have to fry the beef in a skillet, and the other one's, oh, that's terrible, you have to boil it. And they would argue about this, and it was so funny because like every other year I would say, like, watch this, I can get them to argue.
You started it up
about tamales. And yeah,
people will argue about anything,
but then
I just think there's, in almost everything, there is no one right way to do it. You know what I mean? Almost everything.
And you know what? I've had both of their tamales, and they were both good. They tasted the same. And Maria, she was the one that believed in frying them. But her mother-in-law boiled them also. But she said the boiling's from one part of Mexico and the frying's from the other part. And she said that's the big difference, really. But
Got you.
I mean, I never had her mother-in-laws, but I had the other girls, and they were good. So I don't know. I never turned down any food that people offered me. They knew I was the bachelor, and the women would make me food, and I would love it.
See, there was a place called Rudy's. It was in Queen. It was a little diner. It was in Queen Creek, Arizona. Back, it used to be, I think it was Williams Air Force Base on that side. It might have been Luke. I always got him confused. Luke Air Force Base was on one side. I think it was Williams Air Force Base. It was right outside of Williams. Had the best traditional Mexican food I ever had in my life. And it wasn't Tex-Mex. It was actual Mexican food, and it was so good. Oh, I got to eat something now. And Matt's right. It's been 40 minutes. It is 5 o'clock.
Oh, so it is 5 o'clock.
We didn't do a lot of geeky stuff today. We did some geeky stuff.
Well, we talked a lot of D&D. And
we did. Geeky. That's pretty geeky. We talked houseplants. We talked tamales.
Probably, I don't know what that is.
This room is going to just watch. It's going to turn into a jungle.
That's awesome.
It's going to be little by little. There's going to be more hanging plants. I'm going to put up a shelf. You're not going to be able to see it because it's going to be above the 45, but I have a grow light already up there. So I'm going to put a shelf up there, and I'm just going to turn this into, the humidity lends itself to it. Hot tamale.
Yeah. Gosh, I love sloppy joes.
I'm going to have to eat something now, too. It's dinner time.
Hi, Fish Central. You just came in for us to say thank you for coming, but we'll see you later. Everybody, thank you for coming in and hanging out with us today. It was a lot of fun. Hopefully, we'll be back on pace and do this every Monday like we used to. We just kind of took December off because we had so much going on. But and we were sick a lot too. It's kind of stinky. Hopefully we won't be as sick. But and thank you for the super chats. I think Skipper pooped on me, and I appreciate that. And if anybody else did, I appreciate whatever you pooped on me too. And guys, who's up next? I
don't think anybody until Austin at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Fantastic Freaks, and then you've got the Metalheads at 7. You got Bob Steenfot at 7. I don't know if Mob Guppy is back to doing his Mondays yet. I think it's coming soon if it's not yet. And then you got Chubbs tonight. You got Drew tonight. Who else am I missing? I know I'm missing.
Do we have Lefty show?
I don't think Lefty. Week. I don't think Lefty and Steven are going tonight, right, Steven? But I do often forget theirs. I don't know why, because that's, Lefty and Steven are both good friends. I don't know why I forget their stream on Mondays.
Austin has hit the 1,000 marker, but he needs his time. So it'd be awesome if you guys would check out Fantastic Freaks. Who are the people that we got to get to 500? I know Degenerate is one. Skipper is one.
Skipper's almost there. Degenerate's almost there.
Is he Fishing Mon?
Scotty's in around 300. And is it Fishing Mon? Is that the 4?
It might be.
All for the Keystone Clash. Because if they get to 500, then they can get the ticket that's a little bit cheaper and gives them access into the fish tuber area, which again, we're not exactly sure what that will entail. It's up in the air still. They're trying to figure out exactly what you'll get from that area.
Does X do? Is he coming to the Keystone?
I don't think so. He'll need to tell us.
Because I was thinking maybe I could try to get Sean to go. And then we could have a whole D&D session.
Why, you're going to go to the Keystone Clash?
I'm going to try.
Really? I didn't know that. I didn't know it was even on your radar.
I'm going to buy the ticket for $25.
I mean, that would be awesome if you could make it there.
Yeah, if I can make it there, it'd be really cool.
If you could make it there, you could make it anywhere.
You never know. I don't know if I can
New York.
I'd have to get really skinny for that song. Broadway. Da 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 on Broadway.
Jason says, or Steven said, Jason only needs 942 subs to hit 500. 942 for 500.
Oh, well, maybe
Xanadu's going to be at the Triple Crown. Yeah, we're going to that too.
Now, I think Sean said he's only planning on doing one fish show this year, and he wanted me to pick a gaming show to go to, convention. And it's like, I only know of one, really. Yeah. I mean, I know there's one in Atlanta also.
There's one up here somewhere. Or it's either in New York City or New Jersey or maybe even Pennsylvania. I can't remember. Somewhere in that area, there is a big gaming convention. It's a board gaming convention.
That sounds cool.
I can't remember what it's called, though. I'm trying to blank. I feel like it's PAC something or...
Oh! Did you see this VIP pass I got?
No. Smash Up? What is that?
Smash Up. It's one of my favorite board games, or card games I play.
Color Guppies. Was he one of the ones? Thank you, Lori. See, it sucks when I forget friends, like that. Finney's a good friend, and I...
Is it PAX Unplugged?
That's what I was thinking of. Where's that one at?
I don't know. It just says this is good for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different events. It's good for the GAMA, GAMA, Originals, UK Game Expo. We could go visit your son-in-law. We got a free pass to their show. Gen Con, which is awesome. That's the Indianapolis one that I love. BGG Con. I don't know. And then PAX Unplugged. But the problem is this is for 2019. Oh. So I was thinking of trying to notify them and say, hey, everything was canceled in 2019. Can I have one for 2022?
Yeah.
Hey,
They might go for it since they probably did close down a lot of those. You
you
never know.
never know. I mean, I don't think they put
Won't hurt to
these
try.
in every single box. So, yeah, I thought I would try to contact them and find out.
Well, so which fish one is Sean going to go to?
Oh, he doesn't know.
I mean, Aquaticon sort of makes sense.
Oh, I don't think that one counts.
Okay, because it's too close.
Well, and he's like made the commercials for him and stuff. Oh, he's even getting a booth. He's gonna have a booth.
Oh,
so
gotcha.
that doesn't count.
So another one. Well, hopefully the Triple Crown, because that's not crazy far from you guys or from him, and we're gonna be there, so it'd be cool to meet face to face.
Yeah, I've talked to him about it. So,
and I didn't know that Keystone Clash was even on your radar at all. It'd be awesome if you could make it this year to that. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna try. I mean, we'll see how the finances are at that time of the year, but I figure I can invest $25 for a ticket, and then I just have room and gas money they have to worry about. So, but you see, the Keystone Clash is actually one that I really wanted to go to before Aquashellas and all the others. I wanted to do the Big Fish Deal and Keystone Clash. Those were the two events I wanted to go to like 5 or 6 years ago. And then things came up. I don't know what happened. I
think this year the Keystone Clash is going to be big. It really is. I mean, they did get the bigger area, so it's going to be way bigger than it was last year. A lot more room. We had quite a few of the Fish Fam there this last year. I think there was 22, 24 different Fish Fam people, and then 20 some at the dinner itself. This year, I think it's going to be way more than that. I think we'll probably see closer to 50 Fish Fam people, you know?
Well, I really want to see the fish show. It's the biggest fish competition in North America, and it has been for a long time. So that's one of the things I really wanted to go there for. And hopefully they get a better keynote speaker than last year.
Well, I don't think they had a keynote speaker at all last year, did they? They had a few speakers, though.
Yeah, they had Gary Lang.
Well, they had Gary. He did his Rainbow Talk. They had LRB. They had Eric Bodrock. They had Jennifer Williams. I can't remember who else they had. I feel like there was another one.
2 of those people, I have their phone numbers. So 2 of them are super cool. But, yeah, one of them was
I had a beer with Gary Lang. He was. Yeah. I didn't want to punch him there.
Well, like I say, I think he'd probably be really nice to me now.
Yeah.
Or unless there was more fun people to be around.
There was.
Well, no, I think he likes to gravitate to wherever the moths are.
There was it was a lot of fun. It just was a lot of fun. There was a lot of cool
people. And when
people.
I say moths, I mean good thing. You know, he likes to be where the party's at.
Yeah. The hospitality room is supposed to be better this year. And it wasn't bad last year. They did a great job with the hospitality room. They had people in there just, and everything was free as long as you had a ticket. So you got beers or sodas or whatever you needed.
I'm mad at myself at the ALA. I didn't even go into the hospitality.
We spent a lot of time in there.
But I hope that the 2 people that I do like a lot would be there. And I hope Eric Bodrock. Oh, I'm sure he lives there. Or near there.
Down there or up here?
Up there.
Oh, yeah. So he was cool. I got to talk to him.
Regardless.
He was, he was actually ahead of me walking away. And I said, hey, Mr. Bodrock. And he stopped. And then we talked for a good 20 minutes about a lot of different stuff. He was really, I figured he was busy. So I just wanted to talk to him about something real quick. But I ended up spending a lot longer. And he was the one I had to actually say, hey, I got to go. Because he wanted to keep talking.
Well, he's such a nice guy. Yeah. And it's so funny how James and I met him. We were at the Cincinnati Fish Club, and we're like, he's at the very end. It was the first COVID one, and so we're all walking in a line, and he's covered up. We have no idea who he is, and I thought how you sell your fish is interesting, because he had them in milk jugs or orange juice jugs, and I was like, well, if he has anything left, maybe I'll buy some of his neat looking fish. if I would have known it was him, I would have bought the fish.
Yeah.
By the time we got back, he was sold out. And yeah, Rockin' Fish, he said, that is Eric Bodrock. And was like, what? And like James was like, do you believe this guy? He's trying to say this Pleco is gonna be named. It hasn't been named yet. How would he get it? That's how he got it. Because he's like a really cool guy, and James and I are two nerds.
Eduardo said, I promise you that I'll be told to shut the F up several times. He's going to be there. And yes, I will definitely. I think I've already told you that once, Eduardo, on Christmas Day. I think I told you that. But yeah, you'll definitely OJ pretzel bottles are a PA thing for the fish, huh?
I have to depend on John Select Pet for everything. He says that, Ed, did you see that the Indy Club has a swap February 5th and Cincinnati has one on the 12th? Now, when am James and I going to be meeting you in your club? Is that the 18th?
You guys are doing a talk on his club, right?
Yeah, we're doing a club, and it's in February, and I just need to make sure I don't forget. But
I hibernate in February.
The 19th. Okay. So it's the first in Indy, the second in Cincy, the third in
19th, he said.
Lexington.
19th is when you guys are going to be at his.
And we'll really push that. So if anybody else in the area would like to come and hang out with us.
Is that going to be a live cast in any place? Is it going to be on a stream or something? Or
well, I don't know if James will want to broadcast it or not. We did try to do our first one. That was so tough. James and I, our first talk ever, we had a eulogy before we started talking. Because our club president died here in Chattanooga. And he was the one who lined up James and I to talk. And it was like, wow, this is hard. But John's club is a whole lot of really cool guys and gals. And I'm looking forward to hanging out with them. And hopefully we can get a pizza or wings and hang out afterwards. Or not wings, tacos or something. And see if John wants to go out and eat with us.
I don't think he wants to hang out with you at all. I think he's smarter than that.
He may be. But you never know.
I didn't tell you the other day. So I walked down to the bay last Friday. I needed to get out of the house. I just need some fresh air. So I was walking down the Blacktop Road, the access road to go down, and I didn't realize it was icy. And I right on my back, I hit pretty hard. I didn't see stars or anything, but I hit pretty hard, and I was more embarrassed than anything else. I wasn't like hurt.
When you were laying there, did you think, what's my name?
No, I was laying there going, well, that was fun. Wonder who saw that. That's what I thought. And then I slowly got up and I stood there, and then I realized I was standing like Superman. I had my hands on my hips like this, just making sure I wasn't hurt in any way. But then I realized I just fell and I was standing like Superman, I just fell, So then I walked, instead of going that way, the other access road here is dirt and grass. So it's covered with snow. That one was too. I neglected to tell you that. So, but it wasn't icy.
Yeah.
It was just virgin snow. There was no, so I walked down that way and got it. And I was fine. I came back up to the house and I wasn't sore, nothing. And then Saturday I started getting sore. And yesterday, man, I couldn't even barely move my neck. It took that long to really, and I actually have a huge bruise along my waist. The muscles it was just weird. And that's what happens when you get old.
Well, my back is killing me right now, too.
10 years ago, that would not have affected me in any way. And now it takes me, even today, my neck is still sore from it.
I was like,
we're gonna start talking about our ailments now.
Well, I went to hang out with my dad yesterday to watch football, but my mom's watching the Hallmark. And as I'm walking by, the girl falls and lands on her head. And it's not a bad fall at all. But she has amnesia and doesn't remember who she's at or who she is, or she's visiting a town or something, so nobody knows her. I don't know where her wallet was. They could have told her who she was there. But oh well. But that's why I said, did you remember who you were? Oh no. Matt says his entire body hurts.
Wait, Steven says, my daughter wants to know how you are able to lower your heart rate and respiration and not eat. Oh, hibernation. I guess you learned something else. I go to sleep, Steven. I go to sleep.
Yeah.
And I just
That's how I do it.
February sucks. I hate February in upstate New York. It's the one month that I really dislike where we live. That's the only one. Rest of the year, I love where we live. But February, I just absolutely hate it.
Well, we're not in February yet.
I know, but I was talking about February because you guys were talking about what you're coming up in February.
Well, I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I need 10 straight days below 32. Please. 10 days will knock out so many bugs.
Tonight's going to be... Now, a lot of places in the country get those negative temperatures every year. They're used to it. Minnesota, the Dakotas, Wyoming, Montana, all through there. They're used to the negative temperatures all the time. We don't usually get negative.
I was just talking below freezing.
No, I know, but
zero.
I know, but I was going somewhere with it. Tonight's going to be 1, and tomorrow the high is 8. So it's going to be friggin' cold tomorrow.
Okay.
For us, that's cold. For us, that's cold. For other places,
I love this. Today's 45, which stinks, but it's going to get to 22. Tomorrow's 43, going to get to 25. The next day's 49, going to get to 27. Next day's 51, going to get to 31. So
do you need to have...
We've got some really cold weather coming.
So do you need to have it below freezing for the entire day or just hit below freezing to knock them out?
It's never going to happen for 24 hours. So I just hope for the ground to freeze at night, at least for several nights.
Oh, they changed it. Tomorrow is going to be a high of 9, not 8. Or did I say 9? But then we bounce right. Oh, there's a -2. That is -2 is the coldest I've seen in 5 years.
In one of your streams, you were talking about last week, because I lurk on your... Well, I don't lurk on your streams. I watch them late at night. And you were talking about acclimating to the temperatures. Like, I'm wearing shorts right now. I could go to Taco Bell right now, no problem. But everybody would look at me like I'm a weirdo.
Yeah, but you're used to that.
It's 45 degrees out there.
Yeah,
it's like I could play soccer in this one. This is
45.
Football.
I could definitely
Beautiful.
Short weather.
Yeah, it
John
just
Oliver.
feels beautiful.
John, we still good for tomorrow? I should have sent you an email. We still good for tomorrow for the focus on tomorrow night?
Now, does John Oliver also need more minutes watched?
I think he does. Yeah, I think he does.
Well, I'm sure you can ask him tomorrow.
So does Crystal.
Oh gosh, she's a
Xander
sweetheart.
said, I think we had overnight lows last week around 17 below.
Well,
we don't normally hit below. We're usually right. February, we don't usually hit it in January either. January is usually, teens for the lows, maybe even 20s. Sometimes we'll get above freezing for the highs, but Thursday, Ed thinks people look at him weird for the shorts, not the red beard. Okay, good, John. I'll send you an email with links and stuff. I don't know, around the middle of the day. Well,
I wear pretty high shorts. That would be horrible. Oh my God.
Hey.
I like wearing those track shorts.
Look at that. Speaking of Keystone Clash.
Oh my gosh.
Scott.
Well, thank you so much, Scott.
He says, I don't think I ever sent you a super chat. This is long overdue and well-deserved. Happy New Year, buddy. Keep the fish info coming.
Well, thank you so much. Well, you know what? I saw a photo of Scott yesterday, and I don't know if he replied, but he's like in a Star Wars room. Scott, do you love Star Wars?
I did get to meet him at the Keystone Clash last year, just real quick. He was one of the judges for the show.
He seems
So
like
I just introduced myself because I knew he was busy. So I just walked up and I like to meet people. So sometimes even if they're busy, I'll just go up real quick and say, "Hey there, nice to meet you. I'm a fan," and then I leave.
Well, thank you so much, Scott. Scott's a super, 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 super nice guy.
And
But
he
he
says,
just
"Yes."
seems way too cool to like Star Wars.
What does that mean? Cool people like Star Wars.
Well, apparently
I just
they
went,
do.
"Cool people like Star Wars." My voice got all different, like I was offended or something. Cool people like Star Wars.
I'm trying. I can't believe I don't have a Star Wars thing within Reef.
I
Normally,
don't
I
think I
have
do
at
either.
any given time I have a Star Wars thing.
I don't. Oh, I do.
What
My
is it?
namesake.
Oh, it's Chewy. Ah, and it almost looks white, like the hair looks white and gray on the sides.
It's not gonna.
Okay, I'm gonna grab a Star Wars thing out of the other room real quick because it's something you guys have never seen me have.
I also have. Let's see. What else do I have?
Oh, you know what? I do have a Star Wars thing.
The original Evil Knievel. From I think the SST. I think they were. I can't remember. Thanks for defending my honor. You already know how much I like your show. I do, and it's very cool when you do come in there, Scott. Always appreciate seeing you over there. Someone of your stature in the fish community. What else do I got over here? I got all kinds of toys, and I've showed the Micronauts a lot of times because I was a fan of the Micronauts, even though I wasn't exactly a kid when Micronauts came out. I was probably in my mid-teens, but I still liked the Micronauts. That's metal, but there was plastic ones too, and they always had the weirdest. Look at this guy is so.
I did have.
That's all supposed to be clear, but that's so old that it's tinted.
What is that?
This is a Micronaut.
Oh, a Micronaut. I thought maybe it was one of the first blue glowies.
Look at how they're always so awkward, but I don't want to. They're rubber bands inside, like your
G.I. Joes.
Well, no, like your. What did you have? It had the rubber bands that broke. Yeah.
I don't know where he is.
Micronauts were my shiznit. I really liked them. But you have to be careful because these are original ones, so they're rubber bands that hold part of them together. So, they're from the 70s.
I did have my Kylo mask right behind the computer, but I have a huge collection of Star Wars helmets. I have, I think, about 25 different Star Wars helmets.
Wow. Really? We've got like 3 of them. Aiden's got all of them. I gave them to him.
The hardest one to put on is the Imperial Guard. That big red one?
Yeah.
That one, I have to turn my head sideways, and I get nervous every time I do it because I'm not going to get it off. But it looks so cool.
So how did Ed die? Imperial Guard helmet. Yeah. King and Queen. Scott, Marvel created a comic book series on them. Yep, I have that still. I have the entire series still. Both. There's actually 3 series altogether. There's the original, and then there was a remake, not a remake, but a second series, and then there was a very short-lived third series. And they're talking about a movie, though. They're talking about a movie.
What's that?
The Micronauts.
Oh.
And there's this little guy from Fallout.
Nice. Did you see that they're going to make an Obi-Wan Kenobi series after the Boba Fett?
I did see that they were talking about it. I didn't know that it was for sure.
I saw the shorts, or not the shorts, the previews for it yesterday, and it looks amazing. They're also going to have a She-Hulk.
Yeah,
series.
That's going to be good.
I hope
that she's going to be a lawyer still.
Yeah, well, I hope she gets her power the same way. I know that. Is it Bruce Banner or David Banner in the?
Bruce Banner.
Okay, well, it's Bruce. It's the same actor. So I hope that. Oh, sweetness. Most of my toys are in boxes.
I unbox them all on purpose. Because.
No, I mean in cardboard boxes.
Oh, gotcha. I thought you meant like still in their packaging. I open up everything because it makes everybody else's stuff that they actually collect for money worth more.
That's not why I do it. I do it because it's fun to play with.
Well, I don't know that I actually play with these. They just sort of sit there, you know. I don't like, hey, how you doing? I'm Walter Payton.
Well, I'm like,
I do have a lot of crap, though. I mean, like these from, do you know what this, remember what this is from?
yes. Oh, gosh. Wait a minute.
Animaniacs?
Okay, I was going to go that way, or there's also those birds from that pet movie.
Good Feathers. Animaniacs, Good Feathers.
They were cool.
This is just stuff that's sitting on my desk here. I have this too. This is very cool.
Oh, and then somebody always has to ruin it.
It's just a fuddle. I don't even know what it's from.
Austin has to go and say Goonies.
Goonies. Michael.
Wow.
I really look old there, don't I?
You look like a Doctor Who.
It shows off the bags under my eyes.
I think you look like Doctor Who. You're the next Doctor Who.
All right, that's probably enough toys. Huh? There's a Captain America shield. There is a. This one's pretty cool. You'll like this one. Deadpool barista bobblehead.
Oh, that's neat.
I think my daughter got me that for my birthday. There's all kinds of toys within reach, and I got my loon. And then the ones that I made.
Put that over Nico's head while it goes off.
You got to put the camera. We can't see his face. You can't hear me, can you?
He was kind of freaking out.
And then that one I actually made on the printer, but I broke his katanas. So.
Oh, why'd you do that?
I didn't do it on purpose. That was they were very brittle. I was learning how to do some of the 3D printing, so they came out a little too brittle.
You guys couldn't even see Nico.
No, we couldn't. You want to try it again? That's what I said to you, but you had already moved it.
He was
Underdog.
out.
Oh no, I remember Underdog.
I loved Underdog.
I got this loon. I won this loon way back a long time ago. I'm a member of the Audubon Society, the local one, and I won a whole basket, the whole set of these Audubon birds. And this guy's been around forever. He doesn't look too good. He's pretty dusty. But I won the whole thing. It was like eagles, and they all had the sound. And it's an actual call. Like it doesn't sound that good anymore because again, I won these like
sperm whale
20 years ago or something. But they're actual calls. They're actual real calls from Cornell University, which is not too far from me. It's probably about a 2.5 hour drive. But they're actual recorded calls of all the different birds. So it had all your standard, North American birds.
I think the last Star Wars helmet I bought. Well, no. Well, I don't know if this counts as a helmet. It's more of a mask because it doesn't have a back. But is Jingo Fett.
You still need to get that, or you do have it?
I think that's the last one I bought.
Oh, gotcha. We don't have too many of them, and they're all more like toys than,
This one was really neat. I got it at the Disney store. But I mean, it's really a big, thick deal, and it doesn't need a back because it has this cape.
Yeah. I don't know how to make that loon call. I've seen people do it, son of a quack. I can make this one. Ready?
I don't know.
Could you even hear that?
I have to figure out how to put it on later.
The superhero toy that had half the guy's body, you could see all his parts inside. Was it Steve Austin? Was that the Bionic Man one? There was like one of the Bionic Man, I think, that had, you could see the stuff inside, right?
Hmm.
I feel like that's what it was the
With
Bionic
Steve
Man.
Austin, you could roll his arm up and see it. And his leg, he had like a rubber skin leg and arm.
I remember it though. It was half his body, right? It was his whole torso, and it had like he had white hair. Man, I do not remember. I don't remember. I'm going to look and see if I can find it really quick.
But it would be really cool. Now, is
Not
Scott
Steve
gonna,
Austin.
Scott, are you going to be at the Keystone Clash? I have not met Scott in real life.
I feel like it had Captain Adam. I feel like it had like the skin was that you could roll up or something.
Well, that was the
Was that the Bionic Man that had that?
was a Bionic Man. Captain Adam, wasn't he a blue guy?
I'm looking. I just did an image search for it, and I'm getting a lot of like Morgan Fairchild. what the hell? 70s toy, see-through body, and I got Morgan Fairchild.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Hey, Chris.
Yep, Chris. I don't know what his sticker was, but it might be poop. I don't know.
It was.
Though.
It was.
Okay, thank you. I was gonna wait and officially thank him once I got to this YouTube, but I decided just to stay backstage. Thank you so much, Chris.
And Scott said they've asked him to attend, but he's not sure if he's going to the Clash.
Yeah, I haven't decided yet or not. Well, it's not that I haven't decided. I'm just gonna have to wait and find out.
And the one I was thinking of was the Steve Austin, but I can picture the one.
Yeah, I
there it is. Pulsar.
Guy.
Pulsar. There it is.
Can you share screen, or are you doing this on your telephone?
The Organic Man. Yeah, hold on. Let me grab this one. It says, in order to catch some Bionic Man fever, Mattel created Pulsar, the Organic Man. No one is sure what his powers were, but Pulsar had himself a transparent chest. Not just a beefier, slim, good body. Pulsar's heart would beat and pump blood through his veins when you pressed a button on his back.
Now, my buddy had a bat that did that. You
had
pumped the button on the back, and you'd see the blood go through the bat. It was a vampire bat.
Oh, gotcha. Here we go.
Oh, wow. Well, they weren't joking about his white hair.
I do remember that one. Yeah, but I was getting confused with the Steve Austin that you could pull up the stuff.
I think Steve Austin.
Hey, Crown Tail.
Crown Tail. Well, we keep getting people, and we were going to shut it down.
But you need to go get something to eat, huh?
Yeah, my back is sore, and I'm hungry. And but it was a lot. Oh my gosh!
I'm looking at all these toys now. Oh, I see how it is. I figured it out, but he gave the money to you. What's up with that? Just kidding.
When I see him, I'll crinkle it up and throw it at him.
Now I'm going to go down a rabbit hole of all these 70s toys and stuff. And 60s were more my, when I was little, 60s, but 70s, I definitely... I still play with Army Men when I was in my late teens. I had the Navarone, big, tall plastic mountain with all the Army Men and stuff. We had so many Army Men.
I used to play with that.
That was so cool. I love the Navarone.
And I had like my little plastic Army Men, they were all green. Well, my uncle, he had them, and he gave them to me. And my favorite army man, I didn't find out till much later in life, was a Nazi. Because he had a Tommy gun. And he had a cool looking helmet that didn't look like the other guys.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe that my favorite guy was a Nazi. That's terrible to say. But
I had a whole bunch of
the Tommy gun like this.
Yeah.
And he had the Nazi helmet on. I didn't even think they had the Tommy guns were American, weren't they?
Maybe it wasn't a Tommy gun. Maybe that just it had the round magazine, right?
No, it had a straight down one.
Oh, gotcha.
So I mean, they might have called it a grease gun also, but I don't know. But yeah,
we had all kinds of different. We had the blue army men and the green ones and the gray ones and like red one. No, I don't think there was any red ones. So there was a bunch of different ones, but we had tons because that was our thing for a long time. So what we would do was we had a section in our yard. This was in Arizona that had real fine gravel, right? Really fine. I don't know what it was, but it was just really fine gravel. It was all shaded, and there was irrigation that ran through there, and it was just a really small little ditch. I mean, it was only a couple inches deep, but it ran by, so we would turn on the bubblers, and they would water the plants and stuff. Well, my brother and I turned that into a stream, and that separated the two parts. So we would set up all of our army men on both sides and then have like a raft that would go down the middle on that little stream. And we were allowed to get a pile of little rocks, the little gravel. So we'd have the same amount, and we would sit there and throw them across to knock down the army men, and that would kill them. And so whoever, killed the certain ones, like you would have a general that had a mark on the bottom, and he could be anything. You didn't know which one he was. He could have been any one of those ones. And if you killed the general, you won. And we would do that. Awesome. Like we would spend hours doing that.
It's like Stratego. Well,
yeah, sort of. Yeah.
We played the same way, but we played with those little pea shooters that shot the yellow rubber bullets.
Yeah.
And because they never went straight, See, I tried to shoot once. I got a shotgun. You'd pump it and shoot 3 at a time.
We also did rubber bands. Sometimes like that would be the big weapon because you could knock out a bunch.
Thank you so much, Scott. I really appreciate it.
Chris is taking off too.
Oh, thank you, Chris. Also, I really appreciate it a lot.
G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip. Yep, I remember those. The good sized ones. The 12-inch G.I. Joes, not the littler ones.
I never had the 12-inch. I always had the little G.I. Joes.
Yeah, we had the ones you came with
all the outfits and stuff.
The box. What's the box called? It wasn't a duffel. What was? Right on the tip of my tongue.
Well, my friend Jeff Nazorski, his dad had like 5 of them, and so he gave them to his son. And it was so cool because he had all these guns and stuff. And
oh yeah, I had a whole bunch of them.
I wish I could have had a couple of them, but
I had a ton of those.
They would have been killing Steve Austin all the time. That was my only full-size doll guy. Well, no, that's not true. I had Steve Austin, the guy with the exploding case that was his boss.
Oscar Goldman. Goldman.
Oscar. So I had Oscar and Steve Austin. And my sister must have liked Steve Austin a lot more because she always stole him to be married to Barbie. But Oscar was never taken.
No, we had, which was really weird, but we had educational ones that were like American Revolutionary War heroes, like Nathan Hale and not even, he wasn't even part of the, but like Benjamin Franklin, history people. So I, not directly Revolutionary War, but like Benjamin Franklin and George Washington and just Abraham Lincoln even. I mean, a whole bunch of those, and they were like the 12-inch dolls that were really cheaply made, so their arms and stuff were all loose. They would just...
If I had Abraham Lincoln, I'd get an axe for him.
They had all of those.
Big old hatchet axe type thing.
Planet of the Apes was my favorite action figures. I had the Ford and the horses. I loved Planet of the Apes. I liked Planet of the Apes so much because at the same time was a show called Kolchak. It was we've talked about it before. It was like a paranormal. He was like a journalist, or an investigator, but everything was paranormal. And there was like a
Oh, did he use a hockey stick as his spell
no,
thing? And it was that.
maybe once or twice. It wasn't. He didn't have anything specific though. But he would there was one guy who rode a motorcycle. He was a headless motorcycle rider who was he was killing off all the people that cut off his head. It was in a prank, and it scared the hell out of me though. So Planet of the Apes came on, I believe, after it. So it was like a chaser, Stephen P. dropping the peach, and look, he's dropping all food. You can't see the super stickers, right?
I can't see it, but I'm hungry.
I don't know if it's a peach. It looks inappropriate. And then there's a burger.
Oh.
Yeah, I think now is a good time.
But I could talk
because I'm very hungry too. And it's 42 minutes past when you said you were going to quit.
Yeah, I better get going. Thank you guys so much for all the super chats. I really appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out and having fun with us, guys. It was a blast.
You got an ice cream cone too.
Oh, nice. We have a lot of ice cream places here too.
Are they stay open all year? Ours goes down in the winter.
Well, we've got about 7 ice cream places, and about 3 of them stay open.
All of ours close down. They're all like little. You can go. It's like not a farmer's market, but like it's a farm. You can actually buy local produce that they grow right there. But they also do it's like a diner too. They're all sort of the same way, and you could get good ice cream and stuff. And anyways,
we have one called Zombie Ice Cream.
Zombie.
And they're two they brought in one little trailer and they served out of it. It was like a fifth wheel, kind of like a food truck. But then they brought another one in, and then they put in a shed, and now they're getting these giant statues like Terminator, and I think they have aliens. They're getting these outdoor statues, and they're just sticking them around the place. And I'm like, I gotta go there someday. It's so weird.
And so you've never been there. How long has it been around?
About 3 years. Every year they just do more.
And how close is it to you?
I drive by it to get anywhere because it's
you've never been. Why have you never been there?
I haven't been to I've only been to 2 of the ice cream places.
You just don't like ice cream from these places, or you just
have to be in the
mood, or I'm just having a hard time understanding why you haven't checked them out. It sounds like your kind of place.
Well, they're next to the Mexican restaurant I don't like. We have 5 Mexican restaurants in my town, which is a lot when you consider my town's only 6,000 people. But it's the one Mexican restaurant I don't like. It's next to the Chinese place that I can't stand.
Oh.
So it's like around all these restaurants I don't like.
Gotcha. Okay. Guilty by association. Go in there
and see it. And it's next to a tattoo place that's always open. I don't know if it's actually open or not, but if I drive by at 3:30 in the morning, the open sign is still on.
Yeah. They probably just forget to turn it off.
I bet they did.
Or who knows? I mean, tattoo place. It could be, midnight tattoos.
I don't know. It's a small town.
It's time for a new tattoo. I'm going to get one this year sometime.
Yeah, I want to fill this one in.
I'm going to get a quick one, which, again, I didn't know that Rachel O'Leary has it, but duckweed on my hand. I'm going to get, green duckweed. And
cover all the liver spots.
Do I have liver spots?
Then wait till you get liver spots.
I guess I do. They look like freckles still.
Oh.
Not going to focus.
I always thought it would be a great idea.
Just wanted to mushroom stamp the channel, Ricky Doya said.
Well,
and Paul said a farm stand, sort of like that, yeah. But there's a lot of, like I said, there's a diner there too, and so you buy fresh produce that they grow right there. But there's a lot more to it than just a farm stand. The farm stands are all over the place too. I mean, there's one right down the road from us, and they're obviously not open this time of year, but they just have the cart out there, and you can. There's another one that the Amish people have where you can get like bread that they've baked that day and pies and stuff they make. Oh,
I just had a thought. We could be mean to Amish people because they probably don't watch our show.
Yeah, but
just Sarah.
We
could be mean to Sarah.
Just because somebody doesn't
from Georgia
doesn't engage doesn't mean you can be mean to them. You should be nice to everybody.
I guess.
You're just talking behind the Amish people's back.
Well, but it would be to their face if they would get caught up.
I miss you. Is the tattoo place called the Geek Spot?
I don't know what it is called. It just says tattoos.
That's my business.
My dad loves this Mexican restaurant too, which is very unusual because normally it's hard to find restaurants that he likes. And when I ordered my tacos, they came upside down. So I was like, freaking retarded people is this? Because nobody takes a taco, fills it, and then goes. I think what happened was maybe something was on the plate and they just put another plate and went like this. But so when I lifted it, everything fell out. And my dad's like, Edward, please don't give them a bad review. I like their their chimichangas.
Is that the only time you ate there?
Yes.
Oh, well, you can't base them on them one time. You got to give them another chance. It could have just been a bad day or something happened. Maybe it wasn't even their fault. Maybe it was your dad's fault. Maybe your dad turned them upside down.
I know. They came out of the place with 3 upside down tacos. And I'm like,
maybe it's a specialty that they have there. Maybe they call them upside down tacos and it's like they're known for it.
Yeah, well, that's stupid.
All right, we got to go because now my stomach's really starting to. Yeah, I'm getting hungry. It's almost 6:00, and I don't know what they made for dinner, but I hear lots of movement out there.
Oh man, I wish there was teleporters so I could just you could teleport me some of the food.
It's probably something good. I'm telling you, Aiden's a great cook. He is a really good cook. I keep telling him that's what he needs to get into.
He is such a better son than me.
He is. Oh, although he doesn't ever drive me anyplace.
Oh, well, that's all I do. I drive and sit.
Michael said maybe they dropped them and scraped them up from the floor.
Maybe.
And Paul said they did it because it was you and you bring out that behavior in people.
Well, I wasn't even there when they ordered it.
But they knew.
See.
They knew it was for Ed.
They ordered for me and I had the kids in my car. And so I brought the kids and we walk in. Maybe it was in one of those styrofoam containers. They thought it was to go.
There's a reason, I bet you there. You need to go back there and try the food again.
I don't know.
Give them the benefit of the doubt. It was only one mistake.
That's such a huge mistake. Upside down tacos.
It doesn't make a lot of sense. That's why I just got to imagine.
And there was sour cream on the bottom. So when I pick it up, it all falls. Because I was like, maybe it's like a burrito taco? And no, I pick it up, it all falls out. But then, I had to scoop it back in and make them again. Oh, I was not a happy camper.
You don't mess with Ed's tacos.
No.
Whip said his oldest boy is a chef at Disney World.
Holy cow.
Report them to the FBI. Tell them to go to the CIA.
No, I just do really mean Yelps. I took a picture of it and I was going to put it on Yelp and say, if you eat here, expect your tacos upside down.
Yeah, but your dad asked you not to.
So I didn't.
Okay, you are a dutiful son.
Well, he said he really liked those chimichangas. And you know how many times he's been back?
None.
0, because I won't drive him. If he says he wants Mexican, I'll say, how about Dahlia's? How about El Toro's?
All right, let's go. Because now I gotta go eat. I'm about to click the X and just get out of here anyways. And just leave you hanging.
Thank you guys so much.